Oh, shit. We could talk about Narnar.
I don't.
Narnar is a bear, and I
He's.
don't know if you know this, but bears eat people.
Bears are
I
really
don't feel safe.
dangerous.
Right.
We meet up with him, and then
Right.
he mauls us to death.
We just endorsed.
You're an idiot. Wait, no, you're not an idiot.
I just wanted to play what I wanted to play, and I was
Yeah.
like, it's okay. If you guys want to grab a different healer, like, it's okay. And
You were like rank 1 holy priest or whatever, right?
Yeah, that was
For
like
a long time.
Real quick.
I never ever would have done it if it wasn't like this great group of friends.
That's weird.
Are you using the wrong mic on you? She's been using the headset mic the whole time.
There's no way.
She's so sweet. Look at her ears.
I know.
All right. I got my pills. I got my 5 beverages. I got my Kit Kat.
What pills you got?
Let's see. I think I'm going to take a little Adderall for the chat.
Oh,
You can include all of this, by the way. I don't care at all.
I guess. I don't really have like any intro or anything like that, but for anyone who doesn't know Leanne, my old healer. Former healer. I don't want to call her old because Burrito might get
I
excited.
can't believe you call her old.
Old is accurate.
Yeah.
I feel old.
Who originally, basically, you kind of like snuck me in to like bigger keys. Like I kind of cut the line a little bit because I got to, well, I was like, let me think. Where do we start actually? So originally we discovered that we found Leanne's stream because we were playing with my friend Prey, who was a holy priest, and he was like, I need to reroll the shaman. And we were going into Ruby life pools, and we saw this like extremely high IO holy priest just like AFK next to the stone.
Yeah.
Which is a signature Leanne move, is to get summoned and then like still be
AFK
AFK.
after the stone.
and so we're like, oh wow, like Prey, you should look her up because like if she's doing, she's like 500, 600 points higher than you.
Probably
And
saying
you're
he.
Poor Prey.
probably we were probably saying
Yeah.
he actually.
True. Well, I'm a holy priest.
Yeah, that's true. Usually, yeah,
The one time you called someone she.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was probably a male night elf too.
Yeah, she was male.
And we found your YouTube channel, and then I eventually found your stream, and then we'd hang out in there. And then
the good old
one day, yeah. And I would always watch your stream, and I was like, you guys are having so much fun. Like, you guys were doing keys that were like way higher than what me and my friends would do, but you guys were having way more fun.
You were goofing off.
Yeah.
We were goofing off. But you deserve to be in the higher keys. I don't know, like, how, well, you're an amazing player.
Thanks.
Like, everyone who watches this, I'm sure.
I'm working on accepting, I told you off stream, but I'm
Oh,
working on
yeah.
accepting compliments because I'm really bad. I usually am just like, oh, well, yeah, that's okay. And then like go to the next thing, but we're gonna be like, oh, thank you. And that, like, even if I don't agree, not saying that I disagree, but like, it's not my business to tell someone that like they're wrong for complimenting me. It's
That's
just
amazing.
weird. You know what I mean?
Are you in therapy?
No, I keep failing at therapy. I was like,
No,
should
you
I
can't
literally
fail at
dox my
therapy.
therapist that fucking like was grocery shopping while I'm like telling her my story? I'm like,
I forgot
that's
about that.
fucking
That's
nasty.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's insane.
I like broke off my thing with them because I was going to them for something else, but I don't know, whatever. That's a whole other story. I could go into that.
I first of all, congrats on learning to take compliments because you're so deserving. And look at you go. You're doing it right now. I don't know. I think it's important for your own self-talk.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's been good. Because then I also don't have to fall into like a negative loop of like, well, here's why they're wrong. See, Leanne thinks I'm good because I was playing Augvoker, which was extremely overtuned and in high demand. So when I joined their group, because it was so overtuned, it seemed like I was, you know what I mean? So that's how my head would normally go. Whereas I could just be like, oh, thanks.
You've said that before. I was like, you're a good player. And you were like, oh, I mean, it's really hard to tell when Og is doing good. Other Ogs do way more than me.
It is.
But they didn't. Like, Narnar
But
has
we were
such a good
timing
game
keys with
sense
you.
Yeah.
True.
If you were dying back to back to back, if it was impossible to time a key with you, then that's when you're doing badly.
Yeah, I know. We don't.
I have a cheat death.
Narnar has so many insane
Is that what you just
plays.
said?
Yeah, I'm doing a bit where
You
I
have
just
a
don't
what?
accept the compliment.
He said,
now.
I have a cheat death.
I do. But yeah, so then I was watching you for a while. I would chat, and then one day, I guess Van or maybe Marvel, someone, whoever the fifth was, like dropped early, and you guys were like, "Oh, well, we'll just do like a whatever." Like you guys didn't really have anything to do, so I was like, "Oh, I have an underot." I think it was like a 25 or something, which was score for me, but was like a homework key for you guys. And you were like, "Oh yeah, like Narnar has a key. You guys want to send it? Sure." And then so I snuck in there, and then so you guys are like goofing around, but for me, I'm locked the fuck in because this is my moment, right? Like I've been waiting. I want to play Og in a high key, so I'm like trying my best. And shit, hold on, we're gonna swap.
That's so much better.
Okay,
Oh
I
my
could do
God.
that after.
I was like staring at this tiny picture of Mark.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll go back after, but this is.
Did you see my cat come in? You should zoom
Yeah.
in
Swap.
when he comes in.
Wait, can you see
There
this?
he is. His tail.
Oh, I didn't see him. I'm sorry. I tapped
It's
out.
okay.
Okay, I'll go full screen after this. But this is the first run that I ever did with you,
Aw.
and hopefully you guys can hear it.
Was this
Is
season
this
2?
Yeah.
I shouldn't be asking for. Oh no!
Oh my God, this was so good.
Fuck no!
This guy's insane!
This guy's fucking insane.
What happened?
What the fuck? He fucking rescued me when I was feared.
I couldn't believe my eyes.
I
was
love
like-
that clip because I do that shit like all the time, and no one like cared. People would be like, "Why did you just grip me?" And then like I do it in like this like one of the highest keys I've ever
Ungrateful
been in, and like the
bitches.
healer's losing her shit on the stream. I'm like, "Oh my god!" So I saved that clip. That one's good.
That's a good clip.
Incredible. I love that clip.
But like no one
And-
ever notices things, and then like you play with good people, and they notice like every little like I got like 10 compliments from you guys in that one run, and I've been
Yeah.
pugging all the whole time, and no one fucking notices.
You
know
said
what I mean?
that's one thing that you noticed was how much we compliment each other and
Mhm.
how you weren't used
Aw.
to being complimented all the time in keys.
Yeah, like nice intervene. Like, shit like
Well, I
that.
have a cheat death.
I have a cheat death, you know.
That or
That's,
like
that's
I would
why my interview was
Zephyr,
good.
and someone would be like, "Oh wow, like really good Zephyr there. That was smart." I'm like, "What?"
The nice thing about you, Narnar, and also you, Marv, both of you, you're so aware of your teammates, and you're not, Narnar, you're sometimes a healer, but Marv, you're not. But you guys are so aware of your teammates and what they need. Marv has saved me so many times from Spiteful.
And the vigils.
That's true.
My
Innervates
queen.
Vigils.
I have
Yeah.
so many clips. I can give you some clips of me just saying "my queen" and then typhooning Spiteful's away from her. It's so funny.
Insert my queen montage.
Yeah, that was fun. It was also
Yeah.
cool because you're playing Holy Priest, so you're kind of like this like slow ass spec. So I would just like move you all around the map. Like I'm like, we have to bait this frontal, and it's 40 yards from where Leanne needs to be. Like I'm gonna get max range of her so that I could like, if you're really far from someone, you could rescue them like double distance almost because it's based on your reach, not theirs. So I try to get like these huge like double jump rescues. I don't know. It was a lot
So
of fun,
considerate.
They're doing
Like,
it to
so-
my holy
so
priest in
considerate.
raid right now, and she said she was
Yeah.
feeling bad about it. The one who just had a birthday, Shell. She
Oh,
said
happy
like there
birthday.
was a
Oh,
whole
is that
like
where you went?
yeah, for her birthday there was a whole like list of like timers and everything of people who were gonna carry her to other places on Sarek. They're like a huge graph of just like carrying Shell around the map.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because she's a
Wait,
holy
was feeling
priest.
bad about it?
Yeah, because she felt like burdensome because everybody has to do all this shit just to get her around places.
I mean, they don't.
Damn, I would love for people to
Holy Priest
can't
do
spreadsheet my
anything.
movement.
I agree.
Yeah, I'd be like, take me away.
No one's ever cared about me that much.
Same. Must
That's
be
cool,
nice.
though.
Must be nice.
It's a holy priest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And then what else did I have? I think I have, while we're doing clips, I have one more clip. I'm going to swap the screen one more time to the
Mark,
secret
what's in your-
Underrock tech.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good. What were you going to say?
What are the plushies behind you?
Oh, they're dragons. They're the whelplings. I got one
Oh.
of each
Yeah,
dragonflight.
here, let's do this.
So
Aw.
there's a bronze dragon, green dragon, red. That's Rathian specifically. And then I have an
Oh, that's
azure,
cool.
and then I have a black dragon.
I've never noticed those before.
Yeah.
Is your camera angle's different, right?
No,
It's
my camera's just
wider in
wider.
here.
I have it cropped on
Oh.
stream, so you don't see much of it. It's also
I can-
really
Wait, I
like
small in the
this.
corner.
I like this.
These show on stream. It's
do?
just so small in the corner, you can't really tell what's going on.
Ah,
Because my
they're
camera's
super
not
cute.
good. Yeah.
And then the keychain thingy.
Yeah, that's
It's a
Rathian.
keychain. Oh.
He's
So
got the
cute.
he's got Zalatath in his mouth, which is funny now.
Damn.
Haha. I don't know why that's funny.
Neither do I. It's okay.
Leanne doesn't play World of
Where's
Warcraft anymore,
Rathian?
so
I know she's an affix. Hopefully Rathian eats her.
you
and
don't
she
know.
goes
Oh
away.
my god, I can't. She's the
Rathian's
lady.
Like
This is the lore podcast.
is Zalatath the final boss?
She's the main lady on like the cover of the expansion. She's in all the cinematics. She's like everywhere. She's like the looming presence.
She's actually not in the raid though.
What expansion?
This expansion. The more with it.
Which one? Shadowlands?
There's a new
Oh.
expansion.
I don't remember her.
Shit.
What the hell? Okay, wait, real quick though, before I forget
Oops.
this Underoath
Yeah.
clip. Wait, not the rescue. It's that one. Share the audio. Okay, I'm getting
this the
better.
same
I'm getting
dungeon?
better. This is no, because Marvel's in this clip.
Different.
I
Got it.
think, unless Marvel was in the
Yes.
other one. I don't think so, but yeah,
Burrito.
this is one of my favorites. Oh, okay.
I sound so over it. Oh shit.
You
Basically.
dumb-minded the thing.
I emceed the wrong target.
Look, it's all coming.
They're
the
descending
nervous
upon us.
laughter is so funny.
I'm gonna mute it because it's too much going on. But yeah, it's just like
No, you gotta play. Wait, you gotta play our reactions. It's so
okay,
funny.
okay.
Yeah,
Here,
you have to.
I'll do it. Start to here you go.
But hopefully it doesn't pull anything, actually.
Wait, you got the horror, not the.
What?
Wait,
That doesn't seem that good.
Oh?
wait.
you got the
You're gonna have to
worm.
dismiss your
Oh,
pet,
shit.
Leanne.
It's like, what is this giant font?
Ending.
Wait, we have birds in this.
Leanne!
I didn't do anything.
Everything
Oh.
the instance.
What
Oh my
Hold
happened?
on. I think your pet was too tall.
Her
Oh,
did
my
dark
pet
echoes and
did-
pulled the entire instance.
The worm called the boys, dude. Holy shit.
The mob's
That was
descending
crazy.
upon us.
Don't leave the key, guys.
That was
So
Yeah,
so.
that's
fucking
one of my
funny.
favorites ever. And then the ending of you going, "Don't leave the key, guys," because right before this, I think you had tried to pug it. You tried to pug the 25 or something, and everyone left after the first pull. Like you're like, I don't even know what happened. And then so going into this, you're like, guys, don't leave. And then that happens, and you're like, no. So good. One of those rare
We
interactions.
had such good times.
Oh yeah.
We
Such
still
good-
are. It's just you're not there.
Now we just go. Remember when Leanne?
I do arts and crafts now.
Mm-hmm.
She's spray painting chairs.
Well, also you did maybe you could send me or I could yoink the picture, but the ceiling that you made with the Harry Potter,
Oh yeah.
that was
Oh, yeah.
fucking crazy.
Oh,
Like that's
thank
like some
you.
of the coolest shit ever. I showed that to my husband. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my
'Cause
god.
I've seen
thanks.
videos of that, and I'm like, damn, this is like, I didn't think I would know someone that could do that. You know?
It's just Pinterest. It's just
Yeah.
Pinterest.
Forget the holy priest thing.
It-
I'm interviewing the person who made the Harry Potter ceiling.
Flip to the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I was like having imposter syndrome. First, I have imposter syndrome about whatever I do,
Yeah.
but I had imposter syndrome about my arts and crafts, and that was like a low point for me. I'm like,
Aw.
She was
We
freaking
need-
out. She's like, I should tear it all down. I should light it
I
on
should take it
fire
down.
and throw it away.
Mhm.
yeah,
That's so
yeah,
good.
And I was like, that's cool. Why?
it's not good enough.
I liked
Should
it.
have been the whole ceiling. No,
Oh.
I'm really enjoying my arts and crafts.
That's
I
good.
feel like I'm always like obsessed with something. ADHD, hyperfixation. But I feel
Very
like for the
relatable.
longest, yeah, I feel like for the longest time it was keys, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And really, I need to be like jumping around from thing to thing. So I have like
You
a
were,
little
like-
wow moment.
You were like rank 1 holy priest or whatever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that was
For
like
a
Yeah.
long
wow.
time.
real quick.
Just an
Just
easy
as
rank
a,
1.
as a side hobby, a little bit.
No, it wasn't. No, the problem is it wasn't a side hobby. It was
Gotcha,
like
yeah.
I took it too seriously.
it was your life.
Mhm.
It wasn't my life. Like I'm a mom and shit.
Oh,
But
that's
like
true, yeah.
it was
No, it was like encroach. I mean, I didn't play as much as you guys.
Yeah.
But I definitely do feel, and you guys would know more about this than me, but like there is kind of a pressure of like, hey, we're keying every night.
yes.
And like it was fucking like it was like the coolest shit ever. Not, and I don't want to sound like I was ever complaining, But there were definitely times when I was like, didn't we just key for 5 hours like the last 3 nights? Like, I don't want to say no because I don't want to lose my fucking spot because these guys, like, I'm like lucky to be here, how I felt at the time, whatever. But like, it does, like, it's a lot of time, like, to be like I didn't even get title, you know. I like didn't keep pushing to keep it or whatever.
He
Oh
was
my
like
God.
really
Holy
close.
No, I had title when I was playing with you guys, and then we like stopped playing, and I was like, I'm not pugging this shit,
Oh fuck.
and it was fine. But there's definitely something about that where it's like there's a huge FOMO of like, if I don't say yes to key with not just you guys but like with anyone, like they're not gonna hit me up again.
That was
you know.
the culture of our group.
Yeah.
And it was way too much, but I was definitely like, I was on board with that. I was like, yeah, this is what
Yeah,
we
I was on
do.
board
I
too. I
loved
don't-
keying every day.
right.
When I played, I didn't play with you guys as a team for that long because I was an AUG.
Yeah.
But like in season 1 of Dragonflight, it was like
Dirty.
every day.
It was for a long time.
And it was
we played.
fun. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, people want to play with me.
It's intense.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Mhm.
I just like flooded my brain with dopamine until it didn't get dopamine from that thing
Yeah.
anymore. That's obviously not why.
There were a
We
couple of
all
things
got,
going on.
yeah, there were
but-
some other factors,
Mm.
but
Oh, come.
I think
Yeah.
I
I'm sure.
think that all in all, like my brain needed to get off WoW. I think that WoW is fine for many, many, many people,
Mhm.
and I'm just not one of those people. I can't be like, I'm having fun. Yay, doing some keys with my friends. Like,
Mhm.
no,
Yeah.
it quickly turns into like, I need to get score. I'm
I
need
not
to be
gonna
the number
score. It's
one,
not
yeah.
fun. Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Me too.
And then like wherever you go, there you are, right? So like now I'm competitive about
About crafting.
they had like a for Halloween they had like a decorate your door competition.
Oh.
And I got it in my apartment
Wait, who's
complex.
they?
My apartment complex. And they're like, there's a $100 gift card or whatever. And I was like, we're going
Did you
out. We're
did
Oh
you
my
get
god, did you win?
Did you get rank 1 door decoration?
So what
no.
happened was they canceled the contest
No.
because there weren't enough participants. Because people
They
don't
should have just
usually
given you
get
the gift card
competitive
then.
about their doors. I know, but it's fine.
You won.
It's okay. Thank you. You saw my patio.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
You went
Thank you.
crazy.
Yeah, the patio
Yeah.
was sick.
Thank you.
Looked
Thank
very
you.
cozy.
Also, if it's okay, I really have to feed Elliot. I'll
Yeah,
be
do your
like
thing.
No.
right
No,
back.
do-
He keeps
take-
coming in. He's
take, like,
crying.
As long as you want. We're chilling. He's crying. Oh no, not the
Duh.
crying cat.
Poor Elliot.
What the hell? Yeah, never apologize. That's
Um,
funny. Yo, so I wanted to ask you, it's not necessarily psychology related, but I've become like obsessed with this guy named Chris Voss, who's like a hostage negotiator for the FBI, or like used to be.
Cool.
And he talks some psychological stuff, but just like a lot of it is about the phrasing of questions and like how
Yeah.
you approach people and stuff. And so I've been kind of like practicing some of his things, and I thought maybe you would think it's interesting because of psychology and stuff.
I
but,
do. Wait, so tell me what you've learned.
So there's this thing called labeling, which is like when you just see someone, like right now you look kind of happy. Like if I just saw you, I would be like, it looks like you're having a great day. And whereas like you don't ask them how you're doing, you like label them, and then it's either right or it's wrong, and it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And so I was at the grocery store, and there's this dude who is like clearly stressed out, like kind of in a rush, and he's throwing all of his shit in his trunk, and he's like saying under his breath like God is beautiful, or something like that. And I was like, I looked at him and I was like, you having a really great day? Because he was either like, it was the worst
You
day of his life.
engaged with this person?
Yeah, because I've been listening to this guy, so I was like, I'm just gonna, who cares? Either he like bites my
Brave.
head off or he doesn't. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. So he's like, I've been having a weird few days, and he was kind of like looking like around in like amazement, and I was like, oh, it seems like you're gonna get through it though, and he was like, yeah, like I fucking am. Like I am. And he was like so souped. He was like, I like you, man. Like you got good aura. Or, like he said he had good aura or whatever.
Was he on
And,
drugs?
He might have been on drugs. Yeah. But it was like
He
he
seemed
looked
he was
like
on drugs.
he looked
Seemed
like
like he was
pissed
on
off
drugs.
and dangerous, and I was like, let me see if I can like poke him with a few phrases and like get him to like smile at me. And I've just been doing that with people, and it's a lot of fun.
Have you done it with us?
No.
Can you at some point? I won't notice because I'm oblivious to that kind of stuff.
Not today, because it's not like, well, maybe, but
No, just
another
throw it
thing-
in there.
yeah. So
Just
yes,
throw it in. It sounds like
Okay.
it's just like you
Yeah,
seem
I'll-
like
I'll-
blah,
I'll
blah,
use
blah.
it.
I won't even
so
notice.
well, you could also use it with stuff like he'll say, it seems like, like if you're talking about something, I'll be like, it seems like Halloween is like really important to you. It's just an observation, but it might be, and then
It's my
maybe,
life.
yeah, maybe you'll be like, well, as a kid, like it was important because of this or whatever. Like you just make little observations.
That's what therapists do too.
Yeah, like I said to
Yeah.
someone else, he was talking about his girlfriend and talking about he's not close with his family, but he's really close with his girlfriend. She's like really important to him. And I was just like, oh, it seems like your personal relationships are like really, really important in your life. And he was like, yeah, like they are. And he got like really excited that I was like paying attention, you know?
Aw.
So I don't know what that is like psychologically, but if you can like if you're able to like pinpoint, like, I don't know, just to show people that you're paying attention to what they're saying, they like react, like something turns on in them. Like it's like magic. It's really cool.
If
Yeah,
you listened
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
They feel heard.
I guess
I
that's,
do that with
Sweet.
baristas.
I thought you were gonna
I
say
thought
you were
burrito.
gonna say with burrito.
Sure,
Makes a burrito
fuck
feels
it.
heard.
Burrito too.
That dude is a mind fuck.
I love
Burrito's
Play
so funny.
psychological games with it.
Yeah, no, it's
Burrito's
true.
great.
Burrito has a mental of steel. I will say, like
That's true.
He's-
towards the end of our
he's a
time
creature.
playing as a group, I remember one time I was trying to be like constructive and be like, oh well, you know, everyone makes mistakes here and there and blah blah blah. And Burrito just cold as hell was like, I don't fuck up. And I was like, I forget what exactly the deal was, but I was like trying to extend like a forgiveness for something that had happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And which is everyone's opportunity to be like, yeah, I fuck up all the time. Yeah, I stand in shit all the time. Don't worry,
He's
man.
like,
And
no,
then
not me.
Burrito's just like, no, I can't relate.
Is he kidding? He's kidding.
Who knows?
I mean, he's always like kidding, but he's kind of not, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, because
yeah.
he kind of.
He actually doesn't fuck up. Like Burrito might
He's kinda
literally be
right.
the best player I've ever met in my life.
He's really
Burrito's
good.
amazing.
Like,
He
don't
could
tell
be
him I
like
said that.
MDI. He could be
Yeah.
like Race to World First, probably.
I also wonder if we just don't know when Burrito fucks up because he's better than us.
Well, he was playing Fire Mage. He also had a cheat death, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
He was
Yeah.
basically cheating in the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you
Burrito's
think
great.
rogues are good players.
Oh.
Because they have a
'Cause
cheat.
do they? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes they do. It's a choice node where you could either be. It's actually a cool choice, I think. You could either be tankier when you
Oh,
press your
right.
defensives, or you could have a cheat death.
You got more
And so-
defensiveness.
He's really good, so he would go with the non-cheat because he doesn't fuck up. Whereas, like, most rogues would want the cheat, you know what I mean?
I'm trying to remember what a choice node is. I got
Yeah.
distracted with that. Is that
Divine
like-
Star
you
Halo.
pick between two talents.
Oh. Okay. Got
Yeah.
it. I know what
You
that
are
is.
so out
I
of
thought
World
you
of
were saying the
Warcraft.
feature.
So
You
I
close.
are
think even
so
when I
far
was-
gone.
Even when I was in World of Warcraft, I was out of World of Warcraft.
You would know what a choice node is.
She's like, choice node is acrylic paint versus oil base, right? That's a choice node for crafting.
It is. It is. That's your choice node.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm being honest, I don't know if I would have known that terminology.
That's fair.
Like, choice node? You mean when I pick between the two things? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was never great with the terminology.
I mean, I guess you never you weren't crazy deep into it.
No, I never knew what was going on, like, lore-wise either.
No,
Same.
God, no.
There would always be, like, some random person, like, talking in Mythic Plus. Be like, what the fuck is going
The dialogue.
Oh,
What's
like
the really
NPCs?
Yeah, what's the really annoying one now that I played for, like, a week? And it was so annoying.
The
And I
Zalatath, probably.
And what does
she's
she
like-
say?
Embrace who you truly are.
Mhm.
What
Which
what
is potentially
you really liked,
problematic. I don't
You
know.
really liked the Roshan Online. Or no. What
Yes.
is that fresh horror?
What is that? Dude, I have dialogue turned off, so I don't even know. I
It
only
was
know.
General
Yes.
Steel Strike. She said that when
Oh.
Rashanan came down onto the boat, and she says,
Oh, shit.
"What is that fresh horror?"
Yes.
And
Yo,
Leanne
And I
yeah.
said,
lost
that's
her
the
fucking
line.
mind.
That's the new. What are all these birds doing here?
Nice. Yeah.
But
That's how
no,
I know.
there's
Mm.
there's something really obnoxious that happens in Mythic Plus this season. I wish I could remember what it was. I don't know. I'll never
There's one
remember.
affix that is really fucking obnoxious and
That's what I
desinks my
mean.
cooldowns for my trinkets, but
Oh no.
Yeah, it's probably one of the affixes. She says something when she spawns. I forget which week it was that you were playing, but yeah.
yeah,
She
she
I have
says
them,
something
uh,
too
different.
often. Okay.
Yeah. I hate those affixes. I guess Leanne, you don't really have much of an opinion on them, but basically what they are is like under a plus 12, there's affixes that change weekly. Above like 12 and up, there's everything
no
is the same
affixes.
always. So it's push week forever above a plus 12.
Push week forever.
Oh my
Literally.
god, that sounds
It's
terrible.
fortified.
Oh, it's great. I love it.
It's
And
actually
there's no,
it's actually nice.
There are no Ford or Tyran weeks, so you don't even have to worry about getting like your Tyran score before the end of the week. You're just like, we'll just play
Right.
tomorrow.
Well, that's nice. That's
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about affixes. Like there's no volcanic or bursting or whatever. You just same thing.
Yeah, I like it because there's no more, oh shit, it's fort bursting storming. If I don't
Yeah.
log in the next 2 days to get score, I'm fucked for 2 months or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
even if it's not
yeah.
true, like there is that feeling of like, shit, I have like shit to do tonight, but I kind of want to get score because all my friends are, it's push week.
But
You know what I
wait,
mean?
this is one of the questions, right? You previewed one to us,
Oh.
Mm.
right? You started playing one for us.
Yes, kind of. Yeah, okay, let's go to, yeah, good call, actually. Thank you. Okay.
What do you think of the key
Ah.
jump difficulty changes,
Sorry.
specifically from 9 to 10 or from 11 to 12 for the average player, and how it impacts the healing?
How it impacts healing? Did he say?
The healing, yeah. I think he was in a car, so he might.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically the jump from like 9 to 10, 11 to 12.
Yeah, I think that's what he said.
Yeah, so
Leanne can't answer this question.
right.
Yeah,
right.
I'm just. I
That's
hope
fine.
this isn't a question for me.
Just here to hang out.
Like, I've never.
You're
Yeah,
good.
Leanne, what are your thoughts about the jump from 11 to 12?
Yeah, tell us.
I think it's great. I think it's
Mhm.
a good. I think it's a
It's a
good.
super elitist
You
take
shouldn't.
from Leanne.
You shouldn't.
I think it's nice. It feels good. It feels fresh.
I'm
keeping things fresh.
I want to say one thing. I've been trying to figure out how to summarize this. And I think it's like this. If you have a staircase and there's 20 steps on the staircase and every step is 12 inches up from the next one, right?
Mhm.
And then randomly on the 11th step, it's 24 inches for no reason. And it's not labeled. Like, no one's like telling you, like, hey, by the way, this next step is
You gotta
twice
crawl
as much
up
as
it.
you
You have
fucking
to
are
climb.
expecting. And then you're looking at the staircase and you're like, all of these people are falling down the staircase when they get like, no,
Yeah.
why are we doing that? Like, it literally makes no fucking sense. It bothers me, like, sometimes, and then sometimes I'm just like, whatever, and I forget about it. But like, when I think about it, I get annoyed because it's like, the keys go up. That's what the system is. Why is there like a random, like, secret fall on your fucking face level for no reason? Like, just, I don't know. Just add a level there. Why is there a
Yeah.
secret? It seems so dumb.
It used to jump about 3 levels in difficulty, and that was like horrible. And then
Psycho.
they Psycho is absolutely right. They lowered it to 2 levels of difficulty, but I don't even know why that's necessary because it's already giving you also Tyrant and Fort at the same time. It's getting rid of the affix, which is usually beneficial, and then I don't remember what else I was going to say, but basically it's like it's already the 15 seconds on the death timer.
Oh, that's right.
Every death, Leanne, costs 15 seconds
Instead of 5.
5. So
What?
Mhm.
yeah, so 2 deaths is 30 seconds off the timer. 4 is a minute.
Wait.
A wipe is a
pause.
minute and 15 plus the run back. Plus you
And
lost whatever
this
you did.
starts at level 12.
I think it's
That starts at 7, but
Yeah.
it's there at level 12, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in every level 12 key.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like a
Wow.
big
Oh my
shift
god,
there.
I'd be fucked.
yeah, it's a little rough. And I like the difficulty. I like how hard keys are. I like that you can just throw your team into a key where the only difficulty is the dungeon itself.
Mhm.
There's no
Mhm.
nonsense you have to deal with. I like that it's just the raw fucking dungeon, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and that's fun, as especially like a really tough one. But I just think like from 11 to 12, it is. I've been describing it as WoW purgatory
Mm-hmm.
because that's what it feels like when you're trying to pug into 12s, having all 11s, because they will not invite you. Nobody is going to invite you if you have all 11s. They will not invite you to a 12 unless you already have a bunch of 12s. And
Hmm.
it's just a fucking curse. Because then it's
Sorry,
like,
I
okay.
changed the screen again because
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. People are like, oh, just run your own key, but then it's an 11 and then it's a 10. And it's just like really hard. Nobody wants to do 11s either. That's where everyone is stuck. I was
Is that the- Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I was stuck in 11s for like weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get invited to a single key, and then like eventually my friends ran me through 12s, and then I'm suddenly invited again. But it's like
Yeah.
my skill didn't change, you
Mhm.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that like the point where I remember it was like before all these changes, it was like in plus 20s, people start taking it really seriously. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
that
so we-
that kind of like falls off again when you get to like a 25 or whatever.
Yeah,
But for
yeah,
some
sort
reason,
of.
from like a 20 to a 24, people are so fucking mean,
That's true.
so mean, and so not self-aware. Is
That's
that
kind of how
like
12s are right now. So the
Yeah.
It's
weekly
worse,
key
but
is a
it's-
10. The
Oh,
weekly
no.
best vault is a 10. So we should have said this instead of a 15 or a 20.
yeah.
So like now the best you need for the week is a 10. So it's kind of cool in the way that like if you're doing a 12, you're in there specifically because you're here to like fuck with Mythic Plus. Like
Mhm.
you're not here for a weekly key. So if it's like overtuned or like it's kind of saying like, hey, once you're in a 12, like they're jumping it up, and if you don't want to be pushing for score, like you have no fucking business in this key. I kind of
Basically.
understand what they're going for. Something that bothers me though is that I think that change should happen at 10. I don't think that there's any reason to have like a difference
You mean
between
after 10?
10s. No, I think at 10 the affixes should go away, and if you want a dungeon portal, you should master the dungeon with no affixes, even if it's only the 10 scaling.
Hmm.
I don't think having it like because that's where you get myth track loot in the vault. So like really the hardest key for content is a 10. So it would kind of make sense to be like, hey, those freebie affixes are gone. If you want this portal, which is supposed to be mastery of the dungeon, I would assume is the achievement, then it kind of makes sense.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I think it should be 11 because even like normies, like more like not super hardcore key pushers,
Mm-hmm.
they have like a mental checklist of like I want to get AOTC and I want to get all the portals.
Mm-hmm.
And like those are just AOTC players, you know, they're not like pushing cutting edge, they're not pushing Hall of Fame. They just want to get the portals because it's a cool reward. And so you'll see like a lot of people who don't like pushing keys do 10s because they just want the portals. I think 10 like should get you portals and should be able to get you like the max rewards in the vault and stuff, but after 10 maybe.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think what Narnar is saying, if I'm understanding correctly, is the portal should be like a more prestigious award.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
I
even that.
guess.
So I guess I'm kind of making my argument. I'm like making my argument after my opinion, which is my opinion is that I don't like these affixes, and I'm just running 10 keys for crests on my alts, and I don't want to deal with these fucking affixes.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm
no.
coming from. And then I'm like retroactively fitting this like, oh, well, this would be better for the achievement. Like that has really nothing to do with it. I just am sick of doing these. So I've been farming, I've been playing Discipline Priest, and I'm farming 10s and 11s because I just need crests. I was like 619 until I crafted a couple pieces, so I'm like 622 or whatever. I'm 2-chesting like every 11 that I'm in. I've timed like a 12 Grim Batol, but I haven't even been trying 12s. I literally just want crests so that I can get, I want to be like 625, 630, and then I could do like 12s, 13s. Like it shouldn't be that bad. But like every key I do is pretty easy. And then it's like, if there wasn't this jump, I would just do the 12. Like, it's just that it's such a larger jump and that I have no, I'm like, I don't need to do this for score right now because I'm going to come back in a couple weeks with 10 more item level and it's going to be fucking easy. So it's just like kind of a weird thing where I'm like bumping my head against the ceiling that doesn't need to be there. And I'm like, it's not worth the trouble because it's going to take longer to do the 12. You know what I mean? But then there's also this thing of like the players that apply to the 12 are usually better than people that are applying to 10s, unless you can just find people that only want the 10 for the vault and they're like overqualified. I don't know.
I feel
Just
like
creates
the
this weird thing.
level it's at after 10 is a little arbitrary. It could be 11 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
I think 10 giving the portals and not being like too hard to get is okay, personally. But I like that. I guess I like that there's a difficulty bump. I like that there's a point where it's like key pushers only territory. There's no other reason to be doing this key other than like you just want score. You want to push for title. You want to try and get, like rank whatever on your realm. That's cool. And whether it's 11 or 12, I don't really care. But I do think from 11 to 12, the difficulty being so much of a jump. Like it only has to be one key level. It doesn't have to be like the 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that, and honestly, my other frustration with the affixes is that they have a negative effect, which is that like if you don't counter them, you get punished. And they only exist in
I
lower
hate the
keys
affixes.
where people are learning. And so if you're trying to learn the dungeon, then you also need to learn a weekly rotating fucking clown affix that like randomly spawns and no one knows what the fuck it does. Like, I actually don't know what most of the negative effects are. I just know that they're bad. I know that one of them
Yeah.
heals the fucking boss. So I'm doing a 10. Sorry, I'm like raging. I'm doing a
He's
10
mad. He's fired
I
up.
fucking
It
yeah.
seems
I gotta
like you're
get this
really
out.
passionate about.
Yeah, thank you for
the mythic
labeling
therapy
my
speak.
emotions. No, so I'm doing a 10 Grim Patrol. I'm on my Resto Druid. I have some gear, so I'm like, you know what? I'll be the only curse to spell, and I'll put myself through a little bit of trouble to make this fun for myself.
You're playing
like,
Resto
whatever.
Druid?
No, I just wanted a weekly 10
Okay.
for my.
Yeah.
I do a 10 on like
About
all
to
my
leave.
alts, and
Resto Druid's really bad right now.
yeah, Resto Druid's dog shit. But
Resto
so to
Druid
make
needs
it
help.
fun, I was
heard
like,
that
I'll
it's
heal
decent.
it.
Interesting.
No,
You can make it work, but it's not a good healer right now.
it's not good.
Yeah. So
You
anyway,
can make it work though. Anything.
so there's a lot of curse dispels in Grim Patrol. Now we don't even get there. We get to the first boss, and I realize, oh, it's the dispel affix, and I'm the only dispel in the whole key. So 4 minutes and 50 seconds into the first boss fight on a 10, I'm out of mana. I can't even heal the boss fight because I'm out of mana. I can't dispel the affix because I'm out of mana, and the boss is healing 30% every time the affix spawns.
What?
And I've the maddest I've ever been in my life while playing this game. I'm not like, it was like BNet friends were in the key, and I'm literally like, I'm leaving this key. I'm not finishing this. I don't fucking care. And it's just like dumb because you're just trying to do a weekly 10. Like, how many people have made that mistake and they're not someone that this is their third alt and they know that they fucked up. They just don't, this boss just heals every 30 seconds. He heals for half his health.
That's
There's no
crazy,
counterplay,
by the way,
you know?
that you were in a dungeon group where nobody else had a dispel.
I made the group because I suck. Like, I didn't think about it. I
Wait,
made the
how
group.
did nobody have a dispel? Like, how is that
It
even
was
possible?
me, my friend Top Jitsu. He's a DK player, so I invited him. My friend was on his warrior. My friend was on, I don't know, like a hunter or some shit. Like, it
Oh my
was just
God.
the comp that had no dispels,
That's crazy.
and I lost it. And then I like didn't play for a few days. then I started playing Discipline Priest, and now I'm happy again. So that's my
I
story.
feel that's funny. I feel like a lot of people are really, I don't know anything about the changes, but I feel like a lot of people are really dissatisfied with Mythic Plus right now.
It's
Is that
it's
right?
only the affixes below 12 because you don't get
Mhm.
affixes at 12 like we said. So
Right.
like as soon as like you're trying to do a 12 and you deplete it, you go into an 11, it completely changes. The key is totally different. You have to change your talents to like work with the affix, because
Right.
now there's an
Now
affix.
you need a
and
dispel.
you gotta
Yeah.
worry about like CC or like the
Mhm.
dispel or like killing the ad and all this like my cooldowns and my trinkets not aligning. Why doesn't it align?
Strange.
Why doesn't it lower the cooldown of the trinket?
And it's frustrating because they're punishing enough in these low keys that you kind of want to like play to counter them, of course, because there's like a benefit and there's a punishment.
Yeah.
But because they don't exist in the higher keys, it kind of just feels bad because you're like, remember when there was Afflicted and there's the two ads that spawn and I would dispel one and you would dispel one. Sometimes I would cauterize one if your dispel
Yeah.
was spoken for or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I would cauterize one, dispel the other. And that felt good because that was in every single key that we did. That was a problem that I always had to counter with you. Like, our dispels, we'd always have to think about it. So it felt good.
Yeah.
Versus this one is like it goes away once you get to a key level where you even care about the key. So when you're doing it in these low keys, it just feels like, why am I?
It's
I
really
don't know. It doesn't
strange.
feel good. They
I
just
have
missed a
said,
little
like,
bit.
get me
Strange
out
thing
of
to do to
11s
Yeah,
so many
they
times.
just feel every
Get
time
me
that
out of
lady
11.
spawns with her voice line, I just go, oh my god, this thing. Like,
And then
Oh.
Prey goes, what did she call me? Or like, I'm a what?
Oh, that's what it is. There's one where she spawns and she goes, "Your ascension is complete."
I'm a what?
And I always go, "What did
Prey
she call
always
me?"
says it.
Ascension? What the hell's ascension?
Hmm.
I don't know. But
I don't know that one. It was a different one, but it
Yeah.
sounds like what you guys are talking about. It sounds
Can
like
you
a weird
see
thing
it?
to
A
do
stone to
to.
call forth the darkness.
Oh, that's the one.
Can you see it?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what it was.
Have you
Okay.
seen
Oh
my
my
I
God.
stone?
was like, I haven't seen it anywhere. Yeah.
Put an
Where?
air tag on that
Where's
stone and
my-
shut up. Like,
It's by the washer.
it's in the drawer.
That's the one you guys were talking about.
Yeah, that is the one.
I swear to God, if I come over there and it's sitting right there in the drawer.
It's right where I told you.
Exactly. No, but what you guys are talking about sounds really. Why would they do that to players who don't care about Mythic Plus? And then
I think because people who aren't pushing keys, they like the difference week to week. And Blizzard also wanted to change affixes as a whole because people were sick of storming and volcanic and all this shit. And I think that idea is good. And I also think it's a really cool idea for push people to not have to worry about push weeks anymore.
Yeah.
You just log
Yeah.
in, you're like, let's do keys. Like, we don't have to worry
Yeah.
about affixes.
you don't have to plan your vacation around.
No, yeah.
Literally.
Oh my
No,
god. I think it's cool. It's a great idea. I just,
Mhm.
it just sucks when you are one of those people who want to push keys and then you get put into an 11 and you're like, fuck. Like, I have to dispel or I have to CC and I didn't grab Typhoon or whatever.
Right.
Or like, oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay, the worst one,
Mm.
other than the CD one, is the one where the orbs come in and you have to gather them. Or they can
That's
hit.
the week that I played.
Oh my god, it's horrible
Oh,
because
yeah.
it'll hit like an ad, often like Tradova ads.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're all over the place. And it can just hit one of those ads.
That's so. Wait, that's so.
and then it buffs the
funny
boss.
And there's also
Because.
Mm.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I was gonna say there's also there's boss fights that have orbs that look nearly identical that are negative.
Yeah!
So all of a sudden there's fucking 3 different kinds of orbs flying in. You're like, is this one
What's
gonna
the
kill me? Is this
fight?
one gonna buff me? Like, I don't even know what's going on.
I
It's
know it
in
exists,
City
but
of
I can't
Threads.
remember.
The amalgamation guy.
Yes.
The
Oh my
Stomper.
god.
Mhm.
Those orbs look almost identical.
One of them is
have to soak
deadly
them?
healing absorbs, and one of them is the affix. And they look I don't know which one's which. I literally don't. I just run through them all.
One's
and
like
I health
smaller
pop.
and softer, and one is like
So
larger and
stupid.
spiky.
It's like, okay, sure.
That's so stupid. Yeah, no,
So
but that's
dumb.
exactly like I was trying to learn the dungeons that week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, what do the orbs do on this boss? And
Right.
someone was like, what orbs? Or I think it was Narnar. It was like, wait, what are you talking about? What orbs? And I was like, see all the orbs floating around?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that was like on every single fight.
Right.
Yep.
So if you're a
Every-
returning
like,
player,
every
you just think it's
Confusing.
the dungeon.
Yeah.
And the next time you're like, oh, I'm gonna wait for those orbs to come in because I
Yeah.
know they're coming soon. You're like 10
Yes.
minutes into the dungeon. You're like, where are they?
Or
It's
then you
confusing.
leave combat and they all just freeze, and you're like, do I have to go and gather them now? Should I just leave them there? Like, what do I do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the answer to that question, by the
I
way?
don't
never
know. I
figured.
just don't do
If
11s.
You send the healer to go get the orbs or the AUG.
Yeah.
So basically, when you
Healy
pick
jump.
up an orb or whatever the affix, you get 1 stack of a buff that lasts for 30 seconds long. And when you get the last orb or the last buff, you refresh that for 30 seconds. So actually, it's kind of good if there's a bunch in the back, because that means someone can grab them as you're starting the next pull and you get to refresh. But this fucking goes away in any key that matters. So it's like, why am I thinking about this? You know, it just feels weird. But I'll stop being
He
down.
also
I'm actually
asked-
pretty happy with the game in general, as much as I'm
Yeah.
complaining.
No, yeah,
Sorry.
absolutely. He also asked about the jump from 9s to 10s.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Good call.
Do you have an opinion on that?
I
I don't really
think that's fine.
remember. I think it was
9 to
okay.
10 is when Tyran and Fort are both applied all the time.
Oh.
And I think that's fine. I think that leans towards showing a little bit of dungeon mastery in a 10. I think
Yeah.
that's fine. Like
Yeah.
if you want the portal, play Tyrant
Yeah.
and Fort.
I agree.
I think that's fair.
I'm with you there.
Not too
We
hard.
we're gonna have
Leanne
to cut
hard
down
agree
that
face,
answer
yeah.
so much. That answer was like 15 minutes long.
That's okay. No, it was a yap prompt. That was perfect.
Yeah.
That's
We
all
yap.
want.
This is the Yap crew, but
Hell yeah.
tyrannical and Fort at the same time sounds so fun.
Yeah.
It's
well,
honestly fine if it's every week. And
it's almost
just
like it
that's
doesn't
a difficult-
exist.
Yeah.
In every dungeon.
It basically just
Right.
cancels itself out, just having it on both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You don't notice it because it's
Keys
always
are
there.
really fun 12 and up. But once you go from a 12 to an 11, you're like, ugh. Ugh. I don't want it in
Wait,
here.
why from 12? Oh, 11 to 12.
Yeah, well, like when
Oh,
when
okay,
your
okay.
key depletes from 12 because you didn't time it, and then it goes to 11, you're like,
Oh,
I hate
I'm
this.
done for the week.
Yeah.
Now I have to play the little kids affix or whatever. You're like,
Yeah. All right. I think this one's
That's
really
so
quiet.
shit.
If we can't hear this, then
you'll
Oh
turn
my
it
god,
up.
these
I'll
headphones
like
are.
try to
Wait,
figure
hold
out how
on.
to
I
play.
learned some tech with these headphones. Hold on. I have to take my headphones off for a sec. My head's
Okay.
killing me. This is the tech I learned, by the way, that they're adjustable.
Oh shit.
All right.
Oh, it has a
I'm
mic
back.
on the headset. Okay.
Oh, that's sweet.
Wait, what
Um,
does? Mine? No.
Your voice got quieter as you took it off.
I don't know.
Oh,
how to
that's
listen
weird.
to
Are
it.
you
Wait.
using the wrong mic on you? She's been using the headset mic the whole time.
There's no way. I have a really good mic right here. Hold on. Let me see.
This is so funny.
Wait, what is?
Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Oh my god. What does my mic sound like? Hold on. Ready for
It's-
this?
Wait, are you
I'm
about to
so ready.
swap
I
to the
can't wait.
headset?
She's gonna swap to the good mic.
Just in time for the end of the podcast. Let's go.
Is it the end?
No, I don't
Dude,
know.
wait, are we at the end? I feel like
Oh
we're
my god, it sounds
Whoa!
amazing! Oh, wait,
gotta re-record
timestamp this
everything.
because I'm gonna have to
No.
change
Yeah.
your volume after this.
Oh no, I'm
No,
so
you're good.
sorry,
You're good.
guys.
It's 55.
Oh,
You're fine.
I just don't I don't know how any of this tech works. I'm so
No, you're good. You
sorry.
sound great now. It'll be good for
Yeah,
next
you
time.
sound a lot better. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We could start over.
yeah.
Yeah.
no.
Just say it all
what
over
are some
again.
jokes
Just
we
say
made
all
at
the
the
stuff we
beginning?
said. Yeah. All right. We can't really hear him. I'm gonna raise it later.
Okay.
Let me know.
Hey all, thanks for taking my question. So my question is directed towards Laroqe specifically, since you have a healer's eye. What are your opinions on mid-level versus high-level key respective stress for healers? I feel like the burden of a missed kick on mid-level keys, where they don't one-shot you, becomes the healer's fault, whereas a high-level key, where they would one-shot you, falls on DPS or tanks for missing that kick. What are your thoughts?
Okay. Unfortunately, it's so quiet, but he is like the most well-spoken person that has
He
said
is very
anything.
well spoken.
Yeah,
He's
that's
so-
Gerudo. I'll raise the
he's so
volume.
cute.
But I don't know if you guys didn't hear. I can kind of
Girl,
repeat.
I don't know how to answer this question. We can cut this out, right?
No,
I have
it's
no
okay.
fucking idea how to
It
answer.
prompts a good story for me to tell with you
Okay.
specifically. So
Wait, so I should answer something. I should say
Yeah.
something.
sure.
Be like, I don't feel anymore. No.
You used to heal, and
She also
you-
never
let
had
me
a
see.
kick, so she
Wait,
wouldn't
can you
know.
play it? Can you play the thing one more time? We're gonna
Yeah,
cut
yeah,
all
yeah.
this out.
he was just saying basically.
Okay, I can kind of rephrase. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
just saying basically
rephrase.
like at the mid level, it becomes your responsibility if the kick doesn't go off. But at the high level, if a kick doesn't go off, it is the DPS's responsibility and it one shots you. Whereas like in the mid level, you can heal it, so it's your responsibility, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would agree with that.
I think Leanne played
Oh, really?
with good people for too long, where she doesn't understand the question.
I'm like, wait, what do you mean missed kick?
Who the fuck
Okay.
misses kicks?
No,
Not my game.
Not
No.
burrito.
Not burrito.
I don't know.
I have
don't know how to
something
answer his question.
that. Okay, so I
I
noticed
feel
this.
bad.
It's okay.
I don't know what
You
to
don't
do.
have to-
You can't play this
Oh,
because I'm just like confused.
we're good. It's just as like a topic
It's
thing.
okay.
You don't have to be an expert. I went into this knowing you haven't played the game in like a year, so we're not expecting.
I don't know what to say though. I feel like I'm not addressed. I feel rude.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Gerudo's
Okay.
a fan. He watched a lot of our keys we did together too. He's a good dude. He
Aw,
played Og
Gerudo.
before me and would call me out all the time for like doing shit wrong when I was playing with you guys. Like in a nice way. He'd be like, "No, full charge the fire breath because you're supposed to send rank 4, not rank 1." It was a whole thing. He was helpful. He's a good guy.
I can't
Um,
believe you aren't full charging the fire
Good
breath
guy.
I
before.
know.
Yeah.
You were
Good guy,
instead
Gerudo.
instant
But so what
casting
I
at one.
did notice with when I was playing with you guys
Level.
and also higher groups in general is that there used to be a difference between kicks and stops. Now there's not really as much. But there used to be a volley, for example. You could stop it or you could kick it, and it would still go on cooldown if you
You could
stopped
stop
it.
with an in cap or a stun. They changed that.
Mm-hmm.
So now stops just delay it. It recasts after.
Yes.
It needs to be
But-
interrupted.
When I was playing with you guys, I specifically noticed how good the group was at like. I used to pug keys all the time, usually by myself, maybe with a friend or two at like a weekly 10, 15 level, like whatever. So when I go into a pull that has 2 volleys, I'm kicking one of them and I'm CCing the other one on cooldown. So I'm, like first one is kick the first, then I'm going to in cap the second, then I'm going to kick the first again, then I'm going to typhoon the second. So I have everything. I'm soloing both of these volleys. Now when I played with you guys, Burrito or someone else would solo all those volleys with stuns and never with interrupts. And one time I interrupted one and someone was like, why did you interrupt that? Like, we're going to stop that. You need to interrupt the bolt because the bolt does 90% of Leanne's health if it hits her. And I was like, oh. So, like, you guys had your bases covered so much that, like, I'm looking at, like, first line of defense, pug mindset. I have to stop both of these volleys myself, no matter what. Because the bolts only do 20% in a low key and a pug. Versus you guys, like, I don't know. There's definitely a different priority. I think what Gerudo was kind of going with is in a pug, those bolts are just ticking everyone down little by little by little. And then when a big AoE comes out, they're not topped. Versus in a high key, they would have just been dead. So it kind of goes to the healer where now this is additional healing that you have to do.
I see.
Because you can cover it because they're not dead. Versus in the keys you were doing, like Burrito's just dead if the bolt goes off. So it's not your fucking problem. Like there's nothing for
Yeah.
it's not a
Burrito
heal
doesn't
check.
die though.
Right.
To be clear.
I'm just
True.
using Burrito as an example because I don't want
I
to
think
flame
that's
anyone else.
why. I think that's why pugs always felt harder than like high keys. Like
Mhm.
pug 20s always felt so much harder than so much harder. It was a different kind of difficult,
Yeah.
but like
Because you couldn't trust them.
yeah, you can't trust them, and also there's so much. Like I couldn't DPS as much sometimes because
You're playing catch up on
People-
bolts. Yeah.
exactly
And random
Yeah.
swirlies that people are eating.
Yeah, exactly.
Versus like when you play with your set group, they know that that bolt damage is not for you to heal. That's for them to go, oh, I fucked up and I missed my kick. That's not Leanne's fault. Like
Right.
Leanne should.
And someone's gonna
me up.
die. There's
Right.
consequences here.
Mhm. Do your thing, Marv. You're good.
Yeah. And yeah, like I remember being in like lower keys and being like, why is my damage? Why can't I boon of the ascended? Like what
You're like, I have no time
what
to
is
DPS.
this?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm making up for all
It's
these.
definitely a different kind of game.
My roommate was asking if Elliot had been fed.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, Elliot? Elliot knows what he's doing. He's asking everyone for food.
he does.
He's making
He
us
does.
rounds.
We always have to ask each other, like, was he
Yeah.
fed? Because he's going
When mom
crazy
says
at
no,
me
so you
right
go
now.
ask dad.
Yeah, it's mom or dad.
That's funny.
That's good.
But yeah, there definitely is. I think your experience was more in that higher end where like the bolts either don't go off or if they do, it's not your problem.
Yeah.
And a lot
No,
of
but I would
healers are in that other zone, I think.
Yeah. And my situational awareness like was never very great. So I remember I would go into like I had like friends who would do like 20s and whatever, like a weekly 20 for their
Mhm.
what did you do a weekly 20 for? Is that a vault thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Like that was the highest. Yeah. So we'd go into like weekly 20s and I'd be like, what is this damage going out? Like, oh my god, you guys suck. I had no idea
not
what was
pressing
going on, telling them they
defensives.
suck.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
It's
just like
very different.
instances of damage that like you're not like used to that existing. You're like, I don't normally cast healing globals on this pull because the tank points the frontal away from everyone and my mage kicks the volley. So like,
Yeah.
I don't understand what is this damage like.
Exactly. There
Yeah.
would be like I'm trying to think of an example. I can't even think. But there would be like mechanics that were just completely not taken care of, so everyone would be taking egregious amounts of rot damage, and I'd be like, what even is this? I've never even seen this before. What are you guys doing?
It's
Yeah,
like a
like
soothe
the,
or something that like
the-
doesn't get soothed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mystic
Exactly.
Blast in Algathar Academy.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If that
So I
ever
was
went
in this,
off,
like,
the weapon would cast it, the Mystic
Or
Blast, and then
my
it'd explode
favorite-
and fucking kill everybody.
yes.
An algae.
Yes.
My
I
favorite
don't know if
thing.
I don't know if you're pretending to remember or if you actually remember.
No, I
Okay.
remember that there was like some crazy damage that went out, and I just could never. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
And then I'd try to tell my team about it, and they'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Huh?
Yeah.
The best example that I like to use, and not to flame Leanne, but I know you can handle it because it's funny, and I use this
Oh, yeah.
example all the time, is that Nelthurus, the last boss where you pick up the items. How like, and maybe I made this up, but I
It's a
swear,
tank mechanic.
yeah, you like didn't know that you were supposed to pick up items and throw them at the boss, and we had literally two chested a 27.
What?
like, a
No,
few
no, no.
weeks before.
Okay, no. That's okay. That's not exactly what happened. I didn't know it was my job to do that. So, we like were doing a key with our new tank or whatever.
Mm.
'Cause
Ah,
I think we're
Girls,
playing
like,
with Rule and some other folks, yeah.
okay.
I think Ling was like tanking.
Oh, okay.
Ling's like, Leanne, why aren't you doing the weapons? And I was like, that's your job.
But technically,
It,
you
it
only need
was with your
3
team
or 4,
regularly.
right?
I was
Mhm.
super, super coddled. And
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, yes and
But
no. Like, if someone else does it,
trust
then
me,
you
but-
don't need to do it. Like, that's
Right.
fine.
You just had your everybody had their assigned jobs, and that's what you were used to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's
But
totally
it was
fine.
like,
I'm not giving you a hard time because the group was so good you didn't have to. Like, and everyone had it
Right.
covered, and you just had to heal and do damage and, focus on what you got to do. So it's not your fault because it wasn't going off. So, like,
sure, but
you know.
it was funny when I like picked up an item when I finally did this, and I was like, "What does the flower do?" Everyone's like, "We're literally on the last like month of this
Expansion.
The,
6-month
the entire
season.
expansion,
Yeah.
right?
Expansion. What do you mean? What does the flower do?" And I'm
That's
like,
so
"I just
funny.
never, I just don't have a good memory."
That's so
It
funny.
was a
But it's so
very
good.
unique
It's such a good
experience.
example of how like teams, when you work together, like you can actually just take stuff out of like, you just save like people's bandwidth. You're like,
Yeah.
no, like I'll always
sure.
get that kick. So like mage, don't worry, you combust because there's only one kick, so I'll solo it or something. Like if it's all those tiny little ones that add up at the end of the key where everyone's like 30% better or something, like some crazy amount, like it adds up and everything just goes so much more smoothly.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of an
Yeah, my-
example, but I can't think of one.
My bandwidth was saved on the regular.
I'm thinking of this season. Something that I like to do for pugs is necrotic wake. When you get to a Marth, I always assign a skull and an X kick for the ads that spawn.
Yeah,
Because especially in pugs, you're not really gonna die to the boss bolts.
It's
like
the
you will
dragon.
if you get
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
the
okay.
dragon Amarth, the second one.
You're talking about DCing the mages.
yeah.
yeah, the mages who cast
Yeah.
the volley and kill everyone.
So there's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
2 mages, but if you kick them, if you kick the volley, they'll just walk in. And so I just assign 1 range kick to each, and then I have the tank and a melee stay on the boss for the bolts. And as long
Nice.
as you communicate that, the boss goes smooth as hell. But if
Mhm.
you go in there and you say nothing, it's like 50-50 you're going to wipe.
Yeah.
Like legit in pugs. So
Hopefully your Death Knight is really good.
yeah. But even
Is
then
Death Knight a thing this season?
Death Knight's very
Mhm.
much a thing, but also like they can grip the mage in, and so it might die really fast from
Right.
cleave. People
Yeah.
are more likely to see that it's going off and stop it.
Mhm.
You know,
like if
Yeah.
you have grippy hands
Or-
for the
or-
first set, it's really nice.
yeah, grippy hands, or they can. I think they can mind control one of the mages even if they want.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, that's
maybe,
what we.
I think you'd probably
Oh.
shackle one, maybe.
Yeah.
You
so
can have a
I
priest
always
shackle.
shackled it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you
there's a
can't
lot of stuff
MC
like that.
undead or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
as long
that's
as it stays
a good
shackled,
example.
then you don't even have
Mhm.
to kill it. It'll just
Say you
disappear.
shackle one, you para one. It's like, okay, there's no kicks. Then you all kick the boss. So it's like
Easy.
Mhm.
a little bit of
But
coordination.
then someone hits
goes
them
a long way.
always.
Yes. Someone hits
Always.
them at the last second, and then you're like, fuck. You
Mhm.
gotta hodge them or something. Because if they're stunned when it gets consumed, it doesn't count.
Yeah, they have to
So
be
there's little fun
stopped
stuff.
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, necrotic
Yeah.
wake's kind of fun.
I like Mikado.
I liked that. I liked that dungeon, and everyone talks so much shit on it. But it was
I think
one of
people
my
like
favorite
it this
dungeons.
season.
They do. Okay.
Yeah, I
It's
really
not
like
bad.
it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Tanks don't like it, I think, but it's just that.
I think I liked it with Kyrian orbs even better though.
Yeah. Oh, they got rid of the orbs.
It doesn't hit the
They,
same without
they
them.
still have the orbs that do the AoE stops and damage. They still have
Yeah.
the spears that increase
Oh,
the
that's
damage.
true. Yeah.
Okay.
They just don't have the
let's see
hammers.
Gogol's
Right.
question here.
When you're a Kyrian and you click the thingy.
Yeah, the Goliaths. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's listen to
Oh, sure.
Google.
Go Google.
Yo, bro, what's up?
Hey.
I have one question,
Yo.
and that's how do you avoid tunnel vision in keys?
Ooh, tunnel vision in keys. How do
Hmm.
you avoid tunnel vision?
I always appreciate when other people are making call outs.
Mm-hmm.
That even helps me in raid. Especially because like if you're pulling the same boss over and over and over again, you start to just I mean, this is more about zoning out, I guess, but like having somebody calling out mechanics that you need to look out for really helps me out. Because otherwise I will just like tunnel on something and die.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Like I'll
I
stand in
agree with
something, I'll
that.
miss an interrupt.
yeah.
That makes sense.
I think tunneling for me feels the same as zoning out.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I don't know. I think
You're just not locked in. You're not like focused on everything
Yeah.
around you. Like you said, like the situational awareness, you know, what's going on around you.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Like you're trying
Yeah.
to meet like an HPS check, and there's like a CC that's going out that like isn't being. I don't know. Do you have any? I don't know. Maybe.
Trying to think of an example.
What I do, I lean on my UI a lot. So if there's something that I miss, say there's
Oh.
Mhm.
You'll like,
Like,
highlight
say-
it in bigwigs or
yeah,
whatever.
like say there's
Mhm.
something that always happens where it's like, oh, on this pole, there's a point when I can be affected by a debuff at the same time that this other mob is doing an AoE. So like I need to make sure I need to like find a way to notice those things better and be like, okay, if I'm hit by this debuff, I'm just gonna make a weak aura that has a sound. Or I could even make a weak aura that's if I have this debuff and this cast is happening and I have ice block available, like it's gonna show ice block, so ice block or something like that. But I usually have to like make the mistake first and then realize, oh hey, I tunneled here. Let me think
Right.
about what I gotta do next time.
Yes.
But I don't really
Yes.
have like I think once I'm tunneling on healing, I think it's too late. I usually have to make the mistake and then like think about it for
So
next time.
this is when you go to wago.io/mythic plus and install Narnar TV's Mythic Plus Weak Aura.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Which
Yes.
is so fucking good. Sponsored.
Sponsored by
Today's
Wago.
sponsor of the day. No,
Wait, I don't know about this week.
Narnar has an amazing weak aura, and he literally
Mm-hmm.
has the hyperlink like /Mythic Plus. I didn't even know you could do custom links.
Yeah,
But,
Elisner's
it's-
gonna hunt me
You
down.
you
Narnar
enter a
makes-
dungeon.
the best.
Oh my god,
Wars.
it's so
Oh,
good.
thank
It'll be
you.
The
like
best.
talent dispel, or if you are a person who can talent to dispel. And then like every time like something needs a soothe, it'll on the plater it'll say soothe over it, and it'll say soothe out loud once it
And
gets to the point
purge,
where it needs
yeah.
to be soothed. It doesn't even like every mob is custom to like how many stacks they have and stuff, and like dispels
is
it'll call it
sick.
dispels. And I don't notice when
Oh my
dispels.
god!
need to
Now I
happen.
wish that I played again just to use Narnar's Mythic
You
Plus
should,
Yeah.
Aura.
and
I
everybody
might.
else should too, who's watching the
Actually,
video.
I actually am pretty
100%.
proud of this pack. I've worked kind of hard on it, but
It gets updates all
it's
the time.
I'm excited.
Fuck, I wish I could see it in action.
Oh,
It's really good.
I mean, I can, I guess, right?
could-
yeah.
could
Next time one of us
watch his stream.
streaming,
I
you'll see
found
it.
it too.
While you're pulling that up, I agree.
Hmm.
And I'm so out of practice, I don't remember how to answer any of these questions. That's the
Oh,
problem.
that's chill.
And
No,
so
I just
as-
wanted to hang out. You're
As
fun
you're
to hang out
talking
with.
about it, I'm like, oh, thanks. As you're talking about it, I'm like, oh yeah, obviously the weak aura. Like you make this screen fucking flash black and white and make alarms go off, and yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
you have to.
I like that it says soothe, because specifically I always forget to soothe
Amarth.
the big ogre guys in Grim Atoll.
Grim. Oh yeah.
I always forget to until the tank is running and they're just like gigantic, and I'm like, shit,
Mhm.
I could have soothed this guy like 10 seconds ago.
If
and
you're
the tank
good
would
at
be fine.
soothing those, tanks will literally notice. Like when I play my druid, tanks will like say in party chat like, "Oh shit, good soothes."
That happened. I did a key
Really?
with Yoda, and I talk about it all the time because he depleted the key.
Oh my
But
god, not the
I'm
Yoda
teasing, I'm
flame on the
teasing, I'm teasing, I'm
program.
But
Cut this out.
he kept being like, why do these guys keep losing their buff? Like, because you can also, I think, run away from them and drop
Yeah,
the
you
buff
can
on
kite
them.
them to drop stacks.
Yeah,
as
and he's
well.
like, why does it? And he's like, wait, the druid is soothing, and he was like, mind blown, and I was like, do people not soothe these guys?
I don't know. They're deadly. Those things kill your fucking tank. Like,
But it's
like
not
you-
obvious that they're
Yeah,
enraged though, and so
that's true.
having Narnar's act has saved so
It's
many
like
keys for me.
soothing that mob on
Mhm.
CD makes that pull like so chill for the
Yeah.
tank.
I
you
go
know?
back and forth because sometimes you pull two at once,
Yeah,
but like
right.
it's so much
Mhm.
better than just not doing it at all.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so this is Narzuda. I named him Narzuda Chris because I think he's a rapper. But basically, it should be coming up soon. Yeah, Dark Shroud in 5 seconds. So
Yeah,
I
this-
renamed the cast bar to Purge, so it's gonna cast it soon. There's huge dot. There's Purge, so it's casting Purge. I'm already targeting him. I soothed it like so fast.
It was
but,
so fast you didn't even see it, but
like the text showed up.
it covers the
That's
entire bar and it just says purge, and so you know exactly.
And the
what to click on.
huge dot thing.
Yeah,
Because I don't remember the
Okay,
fucking
so
names
this
of
is the purge.
of the
Yeah.
abilities.
The purge
like-
right over the nameplate.
that's what it looks like when he has a Purge that you need to get. But I was like waiting for it, so I get it instantly.
Crazy.
But that's like impossible to
good?
miss. You know, like if you just give that to a pug, like they'll purge it.
now I
You know?
wanna
It's
play.
life changing.
Yo, I have to
That's
pee
sick.
so bad. Do you guys want to like
Go pee.
take a break for a sec, or can I?
Yeah,
just
that's
AFK?
fine.
All right.
Yeah.
I was like, I could end the show really fast, or I could just like.
No, I want to keep
All right,
going.
you
No,
just
go
hang.
pee.
I'll be right back.
Go pee.
I can
feel
go for
like we
another
haven't
2
even
hours.
Scratch the surface.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like,
Let's
I
go.
took my Adderall. I'm
You took
ready to
Adderall. I
plow.
took Concerta.
Yeah. When do we start talking shit?
Oh yeah.
I hope
we
he's
can talk
still
shit now.
rolling. Oh shit. We could talk about Narnar.
I don't.
Narnar is a bear, and
He's.
I don't know if you know this, but bears eat people.
Bears are really
I don't know,
dangerous.
Bears
What if
are
he's
really
just
dangerous.
lulling us into a sense of, comfort,
Safety and comfort
Yeah.
with his charming,
his charming
gentle
personality.
Yeah.
And then the moment he's like, "Oh yeah, let's hang out at BlizzCon, guys," like
Right.
we meet up with him, and then
Right.
he mauls us to death.
Fucking. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
We gotta go.
Epic shit talking sesh.
Yeah, I can't believe he's doing this.
That was crazy. I can't believe Narnar's a bear.
I hope he doesn't hear this right now, and then he plays the recording when he's editing it.
Yes. Perfect.
Don't tell him what we
Also-
said.
Also,
Mhm.
I don't know.
There's nothing
wanna
bad
talk
to say
some
about
shit.
him. Did you know?
Oh no, not Narnar.
did you know
never
his
Narnar.
husband is gay?
Are you serious?
Yeah, his husband's gay.
I never would have thought.
I know.
He doesn't seem gay.
Yeah, it's weird.
Based on what I've heard about him, he
Yeah.
doesn't seem gay.
He does. Yeah, he doesn't look gay. I actually don't know
We
what he
gotta
looks
watch
like.
out. Gotta watch out. They can surprise you sometimes. I don't know what he looks like either. Actually, no. I think
Narnar's husband, right?
Narnar recently. Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel. I think Narnar recently sent a picture and he was like in it, or maybe he like popped up on a stream or something. I don't know. I feel like I
Alright,
saw him
back.
for like.
I might have. Do we know
Hey
what your...
Narnar.
Hey.
What's up? What happened?
Do we know what your husband looks like?
Yeah.
I feel like
don't
I
know.
do.
might
I
have
feel like I
sent
saw a picture
to the
recently.
group chat,
Yes.
but not like
right?
public, not like on stream or anything.
Yeah, we're not asking you to show it on stream. We're just wondering.
Oh no,
No.
no. I think maybe when I met Rule, I sent you guys a picture.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or no,
I
I
think
sent a
so.
picture of me and Rule to Leanne. I think.
Yeah.
I can send a picture of my
Yeah,
husband. He's
I
a
loved.
cutie.
I think you sent a picture to the group chat of you and Rule, right?
I think,
Probably.
but I think you recently sent a picture of Daniel. And I was like, what a cute
Is he
couple.
cute?
He's a cutie.
He's cute.
Trying to find.
He's cute. Narnar's cute.
I don't know
too.
why I asked you that question. You're
Couple
married
of
to him.
cuties.
what if I was like,
Well,
nah?
Nah.
well,
He's okay.
aight. I'll find something.
I mean, as a
send it.
couples therapist,
Oh no.
I
Well-
see more of that than you would think.
They're not supposed
Yeah.
to say it to each other or about each other, you know?
Oh, what do you think as a therapist? Do you like? I have this policy where
She's excited. A
don't-
question she can ask.
Give me a
or
question
answer.
I can answer.
Yeah. I have this policy of like I don't speak bad about my husband to anyone,
Uh-huh.
like pretty much ever. Which, like, not that I have any problems that I need to talk about. But I don't know if that's good to like I would talk about it to a therapist, but I would never go to my mom or my sister and be like, "Oh, I'm having this issue."
Because they'll hold it against him.
They'll hold it against him, and maybe my family's just like shitty, but I
Oh,
don't know.
she's
They'll
got
like,
thoughts. Ooh.
yeah, is
See
this
that face?
prompting
I-
any? It looks like
my
something
first-
crossed your mind.
My first question is who is that for that you're not talking about him to
For me, I think.
for you? What does it do for you? Or what does it protect you from?
Therapy session.
Well, I don't know. I think it's like as a policy, I don't like. I'm big on like I have mental policies that I try to
Mhm.
follow, or like
Aw.
protocols, I guess.
Oh.
But like as a policy, I try to never speak bad about him for any reason to like people that I care about or people in the family, because I noticed like I've had friends where it turns out their relationship was actually good, but they would call me and complain all the time. And they would never call me and be like, "Oh my God, he just brought me this and we're having an amazing time. We're at the beach right now. I just wanted to call you and tell you how good my day is." Like, no, they're calling me crying, like, but only like a couple times a year or something. So in
Yeah.
my mind, I'm like, this guy's
It's a
fucking
horrible
piece of
relationship.
shit. You know, now they're
Mhm.
married, they have 2 kids, like everything's great. But in my mind forever is this image of this guy who fucking sucks, you know?
Yeah.
So I try to like, it's important to me that my husband has a good relationship with people that I love, even though I'm not close with my family. But I don't want to like poison that, because it's more important to
Sure.
me that, I don't know, it would give like an inaccurate representation, I think. It would make him seem worse than he is, even though I just need to vent. So I try
I
to
love
only vent to
watching
people that are
Leanne
like
in
outside.
therapy mode. This is great.
Yeah. What do you?
Her,
what
her
thoughts?
listening face. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that it's wise to pick someone who's not like part of your inner circle with your husband to talk
Right.
shit about him, but I also think that it's helpful to get perspective, and it's helpful to be able to vent so that you don't harbor the resentment. Because if you're not going to talk, I don't know. I guess it depends. Are you talking to him about the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you believe in your own ability to be an objective observer in your relationship?
Not completely, but
Yeah, no one can be. But
Yeah.
it was like a rhetorical question. Like,
Sure.
absolutely not.
Right,
No,
right.
you're not. And your friends aren't either.
Mhm.
And I think that's why it's important that they're not like in your inner circle. But no,
Mm.
like I think that I don't know. Maybe you
Like-
just don't need to talk shit, but I think we
Yeah,
all do to
I think we all
extent.
do to an extent, but I guess maybe my problems have never been large enough with him where I'm like gonna explode if I don't vent. Like it's never been like that. You know, it's always been that me
Yeah.
like poisoning people potentially against him on accident would be worse than me holding in what I have to say, if that makes sense. Like I'm not like holding it in. I don't know. Maybe that was a weird question, but
No,
I
it's
think
not a
it has
weird
more to
question
do
at
with-
all.
who I'm speaking to, I think it's that I know that my mom and my sister are semi-toxic shit talkers and they will use it against me. Whereas if I'm talking to someone who I know is coming from a place of like, let me hear you out and let me give you my perspective, then I can be
Yeah.
completely open and honest. But I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think it's too close to the inner circle. It doesn't make sense to bounce ideas off of because they might get the wrong idea.
I agree. And if you're going to talk to them about him, or anyone for that matter, like I think what would be helpful in balancing their perception of him is giving them like the follow-up
Mm-hmm.
to the resolution of that conflict.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, an update that we talked it out and I felt really heard and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And
My
What's your
husband's here.
name?
He's watching and listening.
She has
Yeah.
a
Hi,
lot of
Daniel.
different
Say hi.
Hi, Daniel.
Hey, how's it going?
You.
You too, guys.
I'm gonna take
Well,
you out to dinner one day.
Mm,
I live in the area.
That actually sounds exciting.
I'm gonna see you in May.
We'll have fun. Fuck yeah.
Wait, you're gonna see me in May?
Oh, we could do a
Wait, what?
No,
meetup.
sorry, Leanne.
Oh.
We could do a meetup.
Marv's gonna see me in May. Yeah, because Narnar
If you're in New York.
on my screen, Narnar's over here.
Are
But-
you on the top right and I'm on the bottom?
Marvel's on
Yes.
the bottom by herself.
Okay, so it's the same for
Yeah.
everybody. I was wondering.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Here. So, we could have a meetup.
That'd be so.
All right, Daniel's leaving. Bye, Daniel.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye, Daniel.
Okay, bye. Thanks for popping in. All right, sorry.
Obsessed.
Dude, I ran a whole sim and it was such a big sim and I ran it wrong and now I have to run it all over
No.
again.
I'm
bummed.
sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry, we kind of gone over our what I expected time. So if you guys got a dip, like, feel free to be like, hey, I gotta fucking go. But I'm down to hang
I
out and
will go
chat
forever.
whatever.
Literally just chilling.
Okay,
I just
cool.
feel like I'm hanging
Just no
out.
pressure. Yeah, I just don't want to. If you
I
guys have
wish
shit to
that-
do or you gotta go pee or whatever's going on, no worries.
No. Oh, look
Oh
at
my god, little Olive.
Look at Olive.
Oh.
Hi, Olive. Can you show her to the
Hi,
camera?
Olive. Like,
Or
pick
does
her
she,
up.
Does she not like being picked up? It's okay.
No, she loves being picked up. She gets a little awkward being like held up, but
'Cause dogs aren't really
Alright.
meant to be held.
She's so cute. I remember I'd always try to redeem the treat, but it was always on cooldown already.
Always on cooldown on CD.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Olive.
Oh,
She's so sweet. Look at her ears.
No.
I can't wait to meet her.
She's so cute.
She's gonna love you. I can
Dogs
like
love
sort of
me.
hear you
I love how
through
like
the headphones. That probably means I'm not listening at a responsible volume.
anxious and like irritated small dogs always look,
Oh yeah.
but like
They're
also
anxious
happy at
or
the same
angry.
time. Yeah,
Oh yeah, she's just anxious. She's super anxious.
they're just looking around.
Kendall's
like,
like,
"What
this is
hell?"
the most anxious dog I've ever met. I'm like, she used to be like afraid to be touched and
Aw.
hiding in a corner, and like she's come a long way. She
Hmm.
really has.
That's good.
She's working on.
Look at her
trauma.
curled up in a little ball.
I know. She's so precious. I love her so much. My baby.
Oh wait, shit,
I'm
did
just
we
doing my
even get to
weeklies
all
right
the-
now. My
Oh,
crafting
nice.
weeklies.
have to-
Were there more?
Yeah, I think there was 2 more.
Yeah.
Let's bang
Oh,
them out real
shit.
quick before. Yeah. I'll figure out how to do this more smoothly next time as well.
I feel like you're
Sure.
fine.
Thanks.
As long as you edit out some of my bumbling.
All right,
You
let's
let
see.
it a
We got
lot.
Laroqe here.
Yo, Narnar, it's your man Laroqe. So my question is actually about Mythic Plus and healing. I'd consider myself a main healer, and I've noticed like the last couple expansions, the healing, like the challenge of healing has been like there's just been giga burst healing, and you need to do insane burst healing to keep people alive, otherwise they just like fall over dead. And sometimes that can be fun, but all the time it can be like a little stressful and has actually made healing like not as enjoyable for me on the last couple expansions. So I guess I just wonder what you guys think about that. Like, is there other ways to challenge healers, than just this insane burst damage that you have to heal through, and then there's kind of like nothing to do for however long, and then all of a sudden there's big burst damage again, and everybody's life is at risk. Is there other things that can be done to Mythic Plus to make healing challenging and interesting without being super stressful like that? So that's it. Thanks. Bye.
I think this depends on the spec, because some are good at burst and some
For
are
sure.
good at rot damage.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't heal, but
Where I left off, Holy Priest was good at rot damage and not burst.
Hmm.
I
And
think they still are.
I fucking hated like those. I'm trying to think of an example.
I have an example in mind with the next,
Okay,
actually the
go
next
ahead.
call too. So I'll just answer the rocket and then I'll play the next one because the next one's kind of similar. I think.
Okay.
I previewed a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's kind of like 2 schools of thought. Whereas like, if you're a healer that enjoys the throughput check, I think Growl's talked about this a lot. Where like, in order for something to be engaging for like JB or Growl to heal, it kind of has to be like a really hard like it's either if it's boring for them, it's boring for everyone else, and if it's hard for them, it's like too hard for everyone else. I don't know if that makes sense. But whereas a one-shot check is more like, hey, this is gonna deal 1.5 times your health bar over 5 seconds, and like you need to press a wall in a health pot. And if you do that, you make it. Like if Marvel goes bear form and presses wall, she makes it regardless of healing. Like you could be DC'd and she'd live, you know?
I'm basically immune when I press bear from frenzied regen right now.
And
It's
then
amazing, Leanne. I do not die. I never die.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
crazy.
god, look at you. Damn, girl.
Log
Nice
in.
wall.
Thanks.
Log in.
Want to log in? You want to see my wall?
Yeah,
I
there's
do.
like I don't know. It's kind of I guess it does depend on the spec, like you said, like Marv. Like there's some that are like feel really rewarding. Like I love 5-second long bursts or 3-second long bursts of healing on Disc Priest because I've just learned how to like properly ramp, and like I can set up like a 5 to 10 second window where like no one's fucking dying to rot damage, and it feels so good. But I think there's probably specs where you can't do that every time you need to, or like it's just a little bit slower, so it might feel like shit. I don't know. I just re-rolled to Disc, so I feel like I'm well suited for it. But
Do you think that's why Resto Druid is a part of why Resto Druid's really bad right now? Is that it's so bursty?
It could be because
Because it is so bursty?
Because of the damage
Resto's,
profile being so bursty, and
'cause everything
Resto
is very
being such
bursty.
like a slow hot class traditionally. I'm not really sure how
I
much
see.
it plays like that now because they just changed a little bit to give you a little bit more cleave, like single target heals. But I think probably like specs that are more tuned for like, hey, if it's over 20 seconds, I got this. If it's over 3, I might not got that. Like
Because Resto is the highest DPS healer, and yet it is considered the worst DPS. So I only assume it's because of the damage profile that enemies do.
It looks like Holy Priest and Resto are tied for lowest DPS. And
Are
then
you looking up a
Holy
tier
Priest
list?
max. Yeah. Holy Priest max P is a 15 right now. That's crazy.
I mean, the highest keys right now
I've
are
only
like
done 12.
17s,
18s.
maybe
18s.
not to 19s. Okay.
18s.
Damn.
It looks like the only class that is, I'm sure I'm not giving you guys new information at
No,
all.
you're
But
good.
the
I
only
haven't
class
looked.
that has done 18s are Disc Priests, and then
Disc
Resto,
became meta.
Resto, Mistweaver, and Resto have done 17s, and HPAL. And Prez Evoker has done a 16, and Holy Priest has only done a 15. So pretty bad for the bottom 4, right?
Yeah, it's certainly a Resto Shaman Disc Priest season.
It was
Yeah.
only Resto Shaman, and then like as people got more gear, like last like 2-3 weeks, like Disc has just like blown up. I don't even know what's going on.
I will
Wow.
say it's the most
Interesting.
fun healer that I've ever playing this game is
Disc
Discipline
is
Priest
really
right
cool.
now. Like it is so many times when I've been streaming in the last week, I've literally just stopped and zoned out for 30 seconds during a pull and then been like, damn, this is fun. Like it's cool. Like
Really?
I feel really like I'm having a great time
Aw.
playing Discipline Priest right now. It's good.
Damn,
like, and
I'm
thank
having
God, because I was
some
fucking pissed. Like a week ago when I healed that key on my Resto Druid, I was done. I was ready to play Age of Mythology for
Oh,
the rest of the
no.
season.
Disc
But
saved
now
us.
I'm locked in. Yeah, once I get a little gear, I can.
I didn't know
Probably
you
by
were
the end of
playing
the week.
Disc.
Oh yeah. I just started like a week or two ago, but
We haven't played
every-
together in like
Talking about it
3 or
more.
4 weeks.
I know. Well, because you have a main, I have 5 tunes that I farm 10s on, so I can't. really...
I kind of have a team now, so
Oh shit! For real? Who you
Yeah.
playing with?
yeah, I play
Oh,
with Jess and her
nice.
guildies, and we have like a solid 5 comp that we play with. We have got like a
Aw.
schedule and stuff. So
Oh, that's awesome.
we're pushing. I'm like I just hit 3K.
Oh hell yeah!
Yay!
awesome.
Congrats!
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
Let's go.
I'm hoping to hit like 3100 soon, maybe 32.
Nice.
Fuck
Once
yeah.
I get a little bit more gear on my priest, I want to try. I'll go for all my 12s, 13s for healing. I just feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
shitty. Like I don't have an embellishment yet. Like I only just started enchanting my gear like 2 days ago. I just bought flasks and shit. Like I'm still like kind of ramping like as if it's the first couple. I don't know. I have so many alts and I don't raid that like my tunes don't really like come online for keys till like around now.
Well, at least you
Yeah.
can get foresight right away, right?
Yes, totally. I mean, my dragon's like 429, 428.
That's
like,
good.
I only do 1 key a week on it generally, just for the vault, and
Mhm.
then I was doing keys like if Bard hits me up. Oh, do you remember Bard, Leanne?
I
the
do.
Dragon?
Yeah,
he's playing Paladin now. He's tanking, so every now and then
Awesome.
he'll whisper me key, and I'm like yes, and then I get IO.
Fuck yeah.
And if
He
he
was a
doesn't
really
whisper me
nice
key,
guy.
then no IO. That's okay.
So, Prot Paladin is like the tank right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Prot
What's like
and
the
Warrior
what's the
was.
meta?
Prot
Disc
Paladin,
or like a
Disc
group?
Priest, Frost DK, Enhanced
Enhance?
Shaman, and Og, probably.
Yeah.
At least that's what
Okay.
like Yoda's been doing, I think.
Enhance is crazy. Oh my god, Leanne. Enhance is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's
Why?
stupid. It does so much damage. They press one button. They press one button and they do a bazillion damage.
That's sick.
It
And they have
pisses me
decurs.
off. I'm here as a feral druid pressing like 35 buttons. And I'm
Well,
still doing
feral
really good
druid-
damage, but
Feral Druid's in B tier.
feral's actually really good right now. Like,
That's
I
because
mean, not
of
like
Marvel
really, really
and
good, but, like-
Eyes. I don't know anyone else. who plays.
Yeah, there we go.
Just Marvel and
probably
Eyes.
true.
Blast.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
I mean, no,
I
there's
forget-
Meteos
Mhm.
is like 3,300.
Oh, that's
Honest
right. I
Feral.
forgot about him.
Yeah.
I fucking I didn't know who I think I already told you the story, but I didn't know who he was. I thought he was just like your friend, some random cat. I didn't know that he was like a League streamer.
That's
And
what
I
I
was-
when I met him, I was like, he would talk in the Druid Discord, and I thought he was
Uh-huh.
just a regular like white name, and then people would sometimes say like, is that the real Meteos? And I thought they were joking. I thought they were his friends, because that's what I did with my friends. I'd be like, oh my god, is that
I
the
do
real
that to you
Narnar?
anytime you show
Is
up.
that the real
exactly.
You know?
Mhm.
And so I thought he had a lot of friends until
Uh-huh.
I put two and two together, and I was like, I looked him up, and I was like, should I know this guy? And then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He has, like,
I
a
was
million
doing the
followers or
key
whatever.
with Smam, I think. Is she playing with you guys too? Smam?
No, Smam's
it's
not on
other
the
people?
team. No,
Oh, okay.
it's me and Jess, and then June. I don't think you do you know June.
I met June. We played on beta and we did a key yesterday. Actually, I randomly
yeah,
played with
yeah.
yesterday
So
or the other day.
So June's our tank. And then,
Okay, yes, because they're playing
Super
DK, right?
No, she's playing Warrior right now. She swaps.
Oh, okay.
She swapped mains like 3 weeks
I did
ago,
a key
4
with
weeks.
Jess and some folks, and someone was playing DK. We did a Arakara. I don't know. That's
I
all
think
blurred.
it was probably just the gang
nice.
and her just playing her DK, but her main is her Warrior right now.
Cool. Yeah, Warrior is sweet. I played Warrior for a couple weeks, and it's pretty nice. It's very easy.
I
very
like Prow
tanky.
Warrior.
Yeah, it's one of those specs where it's like, hey, keep your shield block up and your ignore pain up, and that's 90% of your job. Like,
There's
other
only
than
as
that, keep
much
threat.
there's only so much pain you can ignore, but
Yeah, right. No, but it's like if I'm healing, like this is why I like to reroll to the meta as an alt and get it to like KSM or whatever, at least to understand what's going on. Because when I'm healing a prot warrior and their health is getting like reduced, I'm like, wait, press shield block. Like, well, I shouldn't be spamming you for 10 seconds straight. Like, you can press one button and not take this damage. So at least then
Yeah.
I can help people, like, or flame them. But like, I'd be like, hey, like, you're taking damage because you didn't press this button. Like, just press it and then you're good, you know? I
yeah,
don't know.
she's still learning like the ins and outs of Prot
Oh
Warrior.
yeah,
She
I'm
she
sure,
found
I'm
out
sure she'll be good.
I
though,
don't
yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to call her out like this, but she recently found out that her shield block reduces the damage that the target does to her.
Yeah.
And we were pushing like 12s and 13s, and she's like, this makes things hurt so much less.
Yo, that's so good.
She's great though. She's really good.
Mhm. Wait, there's a private chat. Oh, Leanne said, "Can you hear me?" Okay, my bad. I
At
just saw that now.
6:28. Yeah. I noticed that like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So there's one more. We'll do the one more call, real quick.
Elliot.
Here he
There's
goes.
2 voice notes.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's see.
I heard you were one of the few holy priests to achieve title one season, and I was wondering how you would like go about improving and becoming better when you're one of the few people playing that class or spec. You don't have the resources from the top players that are playing all of these meta specs.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. Zach's
Yeah,
the
of
best.
course it does.
And I'll play.
what
Let me
did
just
you
play
do?
the second part real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we'll go.
One of the other questions that I had was I heard you were a psychologist, so I was wondering if you could like touch a little bit into the anxiety of like healing these high push keys. I mean, it goes with healing and tanking as well. Like, how do you overcome anxiety in this game, basically, is the question.
Cool.
So, first question was, oh my god, my ADHD is
How you
insane.
improve
Oh,
without
how I
having
improve.
people
Yeah.
to look up to, basically. You were the person.
That's a really good question. And I remember feeling this pressure that like Holy Priest was like bottom tier healer, or like, you know,
As
at least
usual.
pretty bad. Yeah, exactly. And I remember like people asking me all the questions, and I was like, I don't know. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, what talent should I run? How the fuck am I supposed to know? And then I honestly just did my best guess, and I would just experiment with stuff and see what worked best and compare EPS and HPS, and I did my best. I would always be open. Like, I know people don't like love when they're streaming and chat is like telling them what to do. I would love it. I'd be like, oh, you have some ideas? Because I don't. Like, tell me what to do.
I'm all
What do you
ears.
think? What do you think the meta is? I have no fucking idea. And I honestly, like, I learned a lot that way. So
I remember
think just, like,
the priest Discord would talk about you a lot. They'd be like, Laroqe runs this talent. Do you know why she runs it?
Laroqe doesn't know why.
And she's like, it just seems better. I don't know. I like it for this, you know. And they were like, okay, my queen.
Yeah.
Like you're so wise and good at the game.
Yeah, and I wasn't wise. I had no idea what was going on. I was
I think you're not giving yourself enough credit. I think you looked at all of the talents and you played around with all of them and you did find ones that worked better for you. At least for the team.
And
you know?
something I remember multiple times being like very impressed with just like obviously I knew you were a good player, but like we would go into these fights where I'm like, oh, like this is the healer moment. Like, you know, all eyes on Leanne now, and you would just like do it. And I'm like, oh shit. And then I would pug like a 22 with the meta healer and they couldn't fucking do it, you know? And then there was actually times when
I'm
I
just
was
thinking
in
about
LFG.
Halls of Infusion.
So I'm getting to that. Yeah, because that's the one that I had in mind.
We're all
But I was
thinking Halls of
pugging
Infusion
a Halls of Infusion 22, or 21 maybe, and a Holy Priest applied, and the party leader said in party chat, H Priest doesn't have the HBS to do this. And like we had time to 25 or like 26 or something, like at least to 25 at that point. And I like didn't want to say anything because I wasn't trying to like start shit, but like I'm like, damn, the perception is so fucking bad because I literally did this with a Holy Priest on a higher key, and they can do it. And now this poor H Priest is just not getting invited. But yeah, so I remember being on Kajin and we wiped, I think it was like a 27 or 26 or something. It was like a very high key. And I want to say it was within like one or two like world first H Priest key like ever. And we wiped to Kajin, obviously, because it's like fucking hard. And we're trying to min-max everything. You're like talking to Burrito, like, all right, where do you want to use alter? Can you tell me when you alter? Like, if you don't have bark, like, are you going to bear form or should I GS you? When am I using rescue? Should I use, like, I'm trying to use rescue to save you movement so that you can get more globals. Like, and no one was like, when we wiped, no one said, damn it, Leanne, just heal more. Like, everyone went like, how do I, like, where do you want my alter? Where do you want my mass barrier? Zephyr doesn't work on that mechanic, which fucking blows. I think I thought it did at the time, so I might have been using it.
Yeah,
but it's
I
a
remember
debuff.
that actually.
It's a
We were
debuff,
trying
not
to
an
figure
AoE.
that out for the longest time. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're just like min-maxing things, and you're like, well, it looks like Nax did this key on this level, and she's the only one. Like, someone go in her chat and ask her. Like, we're like literally all as a team like working together because
Nax came
like,
later. Nax came later, and I was like, thank God.
Well, I guess by the time I was with you guys, Nax was there.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Naxarino. She's sick. I don't know if she's playing Holy Priest anymore. I haven't been paying much attention.
I don't think anyone's
sometimes.
playing Holy Priest
I haven't
right
seen
now.
her on
Yeah.
recently. But she's very sweet as well.
She's very sweet.
Whenever I raid her, I'm
was
like, I know
very
you
supportive.
from Laroqe. And she's like, oh, Laroqe.
Aw. Yeah, she was awesome.
Yeah,
but
she's cool.
yeah, I remember like everyone would just I think the kind of mindset was like this is what we have to work with.
Mhm.
So I wasn't ever gonna change specs.
No.
I remember
You would
I
have
was
somebody
like-
begging you, just be like, oh my god, just swap to disc, and
Mhm.
you were like,
no, and I never did.
because
But
that's not what you want to play.
I like
It's
love
just
that
it wasn't
so much. though.
fun.
I
It wasn't
respect that
fun.
a
Like
lot.
I wasn't trying to be like, I'm stubborn, I know best. I didn't know a lot, but I just wanted to play what I wanted to play, and I was
Yeah.
like, it's okay. If you guys want to grab a different healer, like, it's okay.
Bye.
And yeah, exactly. I was like, I totally understand. I get it. And no, everyone was just super accommodating and kind, and we worked together, and we figured it out.
Mhm.
But that's what happens when your push group are really good friends too.
Yeah.
True.
You have to have that rapport.
Yeah.
Yes,
how'd
I
you
was
guys meet?
gonna say how did we meet? So I was streaming, and I don't know what made me decide to start streaming. I think I'd only streamed like twice, and I was like, I'm just gonna stream these keys and see what happens. And I wasn't expecting anything. It was just like for my friends, and then I get like the raid alert. And it was like, Miss Marvel rated your how many people did you come in with?
It's probably like 60.
I remember it felt like 600. I was so fucking nervous.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, I love you. Thank you. You're the best person I've ever met. Like, I was so
Aw.
excited. I was so happy.
I remember
And
you were
I
smiling from ear to ear the rest of that key. You
So,
were
I was so
oh my gosh.
happy. I don't even know if like nervous is the right word. I was like vibrating.
Yeah.
I was just like, my adrenaline
Aw.
was like, yeah, like this is crazy. And
You had a lot of dopamine,
know.
basically.
I had it was a lot of dopamine.
Mhm.
And then I don't know how we started talking about
I
like,
do.
you doing keys. You do?
I do. I remember.
Okay.
So I rated you because I have like a mental checklist of things I look for when I raid
Yeah.
someone who's like not somebody that I know. And so
Yeah.
I primarily look for somebody with webcam on. I try to look for a girl because I want to support like other women, and then I look for the reason I do webcam is because I want to look for somebody who looks like they're trying to be serious about streaming.
Yeah.
And then I was also looking for somebody doing the same content that I was doing. So I was doing keys, and I was doing the same level of keys that you were doing at the time. And so I was like,
Yeah.
she's perfect.
Mm.
And so I
She's
I rated
perfect.
you, and you asked me like, what? She's perfect. She is. And then she asked what kind of keys I was doing, and I was like, oh, we're just like depleting 24s or whatever. And you were like, oh my God, we are too. We should play together. And then I was like, yeah, we should. And then after her stream, she went into like the Twitch DMs, the whispers thing, and she
That no one
sent
looks
me,
at apparently.
Nope, apparently nobody uses those. But she DM'd me and she's like, I was serious, by the way. Like, I want to play with you. And she said this was like super unusual for her. Like, you don't normally like chase a friendship with someone.
Right.
But
Never.
yeah, she DM'd me and then she invited me to the Discord. And then she brought me into a key, and she was like, I had watched your stream and I saw you doing so much damage, and like I want to bring you, you know.
I want to PI that
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah,
PI that
remember.
cat.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanna get
And
innovated.
I did. Yeah, yeah. And we had like a really good. I don't know, like come up. Like we just started playing together all the time, and it was just like I remember the. I don't know if I've even ever told you this, Marv, but like Burrito, Van, and maybe Ling. I don't think so. I think it was mostly Burrito and Van. Were like, Leanne, like we know you're having fun, but like, and we're really happy you found another girl to play with, but like.
Oh no, I know
You
it's
seem
coming.
you seem really distracted by Marvel.
Wait, what?
Look, I think they're in love. Watch
Like
out.
you guys are having a little too much fun.
Oh
Oh
And
my
I was like-
God.
I was like,
Aw.
but I love her.
That's so cute.
That's funny.
I was like, but I love her and she's
Wait,
gonna
like
keep
they're
coming to
worried
keys,
that
and they were like,
you're
okay.
like you're getting too
Aw.
close, or that you're not focusing in the key.
That we're not focusing in the key because I'm getting too close and I'm enjoying her presence so much that it's like changing.
Yo, I've
changing my
actually like
performance.
felt that, not that with you, not that at all, but like with our level of goofing around, that sometimes
Yeah.
when we play with different people, like I remember last season in Dragonflight, we were playing with like a tank that was a little less comfortable and was a lot more like scared, I guess. And we were always laughing and like fucking around, and I could tell that it was kind of throwing them off. Like they were like they were like not at ease. Whereas like I'm at ease when you guys are fucking around. Like I can still pay attention and I'm playing better. But some people, when there's like chatter, they like they lose it. You know what I mean? And I remember
Are you
seeing that
talking
like
about
difference.
the one we played with?
Yeah, I just don't want to
Yeah.
like say their name. Yeah,
Yeah. I
But-
agree. It has
was
to
funny.
like the people have to fit the vibe.
mm-hmm.
And like even though we had drama at times, sometimes a lot of drama, like we always had people that fit the vibe. And it doesn't mean that like everyone has the same personality. Like Van is definitely like more serious and like I don't
He's
know,
so
we've had
chill.
like different he's so chill and so like lighthearted, even though we're trying to be serious at the same time. And I think that was so important.
Yeah,
That's what made Keys fun. Like
For
I
sure.
I never ever would have done it if it wasn't like this great group of friends. And
Yeah.
we're still like we still all talk every day. Like I'm
I know
not
that's
even playing.
I was gonna say I've refused to be in group chats, but like I've made an exception only for this friend group, and I do like keep up with the group. Like even though I'm not as active, like that is the only group chat I'm involved in my whole life.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
the longest
interesting.
standing one
I
for
love
sure.
group chats.
I fucking can't do it.
I don't love group chats.
But I do
either,
I do like it,
actually.
and it turned out like even the I don't know how to say it. Not that I was ever like in competition with like Rule or any other of the Evoker players, but there is only one dragon, and Rule was
Yeah.
playing dragon, and I was playing dragon, and there's another dragon that would fill in and stuff. And there could have been like some shitty feeling of like, well, I could do, and I never felt that way. But there's some
That's
people
so
that would
true.
feel shitty and competitive, and then it's like I never felt that way, and I would watch your keys because I remember one time I had to go to bed, and you guys were still keying, and I watched Bard play in your key, and Bard
Yeah.
did a thing in Freehold where he like double jumps off a roof and starts the RP, and then Wernstone's back to the tank.
Oh yeah.
Or to you actually,
that's
who gives the
crazy.
Wernstone to you. And
Insane
I
tech.
was like, oh my god, I need to do that every fucking time. I can't believe. But like, if I instead was like felt shitty and threatened, I like wouldn't have wanted to watch the key. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
Yeah.
So the friend group was very like welcoming and supportive, and like if there was something you could do, they would kind of tell you, but not in like a hey you suck kind of way. And then
Yes.
when I was on my cruise and I went to Florida, I got to go meet Rule and hang out, and it was like a great time. And so now it's like an IRL friend connection, even though I didn't really key with them, and technically we were in like a spot where we were not in, I don't want to say competition, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
could
you
have-
were
there
playing the
could have
same
been-
role.
You filled the same role. Yeah.
yeah, like
Mhm.
a different type of person might be like shitty towards that other player. And then now I play with Rule.
Yes.
You know, often they tank for me. They're fucking awesome. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Leanne doesn't play WoW anymore. She hasn't played this whole expansion, but like I mentioned it earlier, we're gonna go hang out in May,
Oh yeah,
which
that's
is
awesome.
which is so crazy because I
Yeah.
don't know. I haven't seen you since BlizzCon a
Right.
year ago, exactly almost. You know.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, like we formed really genuine connections, and I think I'll be friends with you guys like forever, you
Yeah.
know?
I hope so.
And yeah, everyone just has like I don't know. Everyone just has such a
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't even know
Like
what it is, right?
One of
like
us got a
everyone's so
promotion in the group chat, and I'm genuinely happy. Like I'm like it's like a
Oh,
like a
yeah.
family friend kind of deal where
Yes.
you're like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
good, I'm happy. You know,
Yeah.
I don't care. It doesn't
Yeah.
really affect me, but like I get that news and I smile. You know, it's like a
Yeah,
genuine
exactly.
friend. Is how I feel.
Yeah, like I genuinely love our group of friends.
Yeah.
Obviously, I love you guys, and you know, you mean a lot to me. And it's awesome that we found that in each other, even though we're far flung all over the all over the country.
Especially in a game
Really
mode that
lucky.
like has a lot of toxicity and like not
Oh yeah,
like is not well
we
known
didn't even
for
talk about
creating
that.
friendships.
We didn't even talk about that. And when it is well known for creating friendships, a lot of those friendships don't last. They don't last years. You know.
No.
That's true.
And
I mean, most friendships don't last that long. I feel like even in real life.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, and also like when you stop doing the mutual thing, you
Yes.
often like
You stop talking.
Yeah,
lose the
it usually.
friendship.
You don't have anything in common.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
in other situations, I would not be friends with you if you weren't playing. Like, not
Yeah.
because of who you are, but just in life. Like, people stop playing the game, you kind of lose touch. But like, you know.
exactly. Yeah, but we didn't,
Yeah.
and that's very special and rare.
Totally.
I'm very grateful.
I think a lot of it has to do with like trying to stay in contact. Like
Yeah.
I think you could just stop talking to us.
Yeah, you could
because-
very easily ghost everyone. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're the one
we
who's
all
the
still
most
see each
distant.
other in game. We all still do keys together, but
Yeah.
you haven't separated from us, and I think that's intentional on your part.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
for doing that. as
I
well.
think I think that's effort from you.
And effort from you guys.
I mean, definitely
what
try to reach out to you.
Marvel
I
just
miss
sends
you.
pictures of her
I want
shoes
you to come
every now and then. No.
I know.
Wait, why
and
is what is going on with the group chat? Every time I open it, there's new shoes. I had to send a picture of my shoes the other day. I didn't want to feel left out.
Now I feel like I should send a picture of my
Wait,
shoes.
shoes? Am I missing
Yeah.
something?
You sent pictures of your shoes, and then that's the profile picture of the group, and then Rules send a picture of their shoes.
Did they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cool,
Yeah.
comfy shoes.
Well, I asked them to send a picture of their shoes because I didn't know what color they were.
and then I
was
sent a
excited
picture
to
of my
see.
prescription boots because I'm old.
Prescription boots. That's
Hell
great.
Oh,
yeah.
you're like Dr. Scholl's?
Oh
So
no,
funny.
it's beyond that. I went to a place.
Wait, I don't know if I saw this. Wait, that's
They're
funny.
they're just dirty boots. They
I
just,
just see
have cool
Burrito
insoles.
saying he's reporting me to Blizzard.
Yeah, he does that like every day.
He does it every day. He reports me to Blizzard. Oh, I see. I see your shoes. No.
Yeah, they're dirty.
Okay, I see rules. Okay.
How are the prescription shoes?
They're good, dude. They're like, and this is a whole other tangent, but I believe the term is pronated ankles, where they like tilt. Ever since I was a little kid,
Oh,
that's
they like kind of
bad.
They
tilt
tilt-
outward,
they tilt. Oh, outward.
or my ankles tilt inward and my feet tilt outward. If I run really hard, my ankles
it.
hurt.
Oh,
like,
that must be
forever. Aw.
really rough to deal with.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
Oh,
but
these shoes.
but yeah,
They
I
just
just
look
have
like
insoles.
normal
Yeah, how
boots
do
to
they
me.
help?
Yeah,
your-
yeah.
How do
The
they
boots
help?
are. There's nothing special about the boots. I just sent the picture to be cute. But
Oh, okay.
the inside of the boots is nice. They're like
Oh.
custom fit.
Oh, that's
You put your
cool.
foot in this like mushy thing, and it like molds your foot perfectly. I don't know.
Cool.
I'm old. But yeah. All right. I'm gonna wrap this up because I know we could talk
Sorry,
forever.
I got distracted.
No,
Yes, I
you're
could
good.
talk to you guys forever.
Thank you guys for hanging out. I want to try to do this more often. I don't need to rope you guys into it every week, but whenever you guys are down, I'm always down.
I'm
I'm gonna try
always
to do it
down.
more often. This is like something I really do want to do, but it's hard and I'm a slacker. So I'm gonna try
I'm
to be
literally
more
always down.
cool. I'm gonna try to be
But,
more
like-
good about it. And if I fail at doing this, it's because I'm lazy and I suck. It's not because I don't want to do it. And I want to say that publicly. Because
No,
You don't suck.
no,
be
but if I
clear.
you
fail,
don't suck, and you're not lazy.
I am. No, it's
No.
okay.
No,
I'm
you're
just-
not.
No.
Yeah, I'm setting
No.
myself
No.
up.
We're telling you no.
No.
We're
But
telling
then
you
that
no.
gives me an
No.
excuse to fail.
Mm-mm.
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 Your
How
excuses
do I-
sometimes it's just you've got your spoons and you don't have enough spoons to do something, and that's okay.
Yep. And remember where we started at the beginning of this conversation? Like, I know that it's cliche, but the way you talk to yourself and about yourself is really important. It's more important than we give it credit for.
Yeah.
Like, I
Mm.
think if I had heard that like a couple of years ago, I'd be like, shut the fuck. But
Oh.
like, it's true. And
I-
like, yeah.
I started saying whenever I would like instinctively want to call myself stupid, I'd be like, I just didn't know. How was I supposed to know? You know?
Mhm.
And
I
I
like
started
that.
saying,
That's really good.
yeah, like how was I
Yes. No,
supposed to
but
know?
I'm-
And I'll say things, I'll just be like,
Maybe I
it's
phrased
okay
it
that I
wrong.
can't do this right now because I just kind of struggle with some stuff.
No,
Garner's
and
like, wait.
if it happens that if something bad happens and I legitimately can't do the episode, that's okay, and I'll forgive myself. But if I just don't do it because I'm like, you know what, I'd rather stream or I'd rather watch a movie, that's me being lazy because this is something that I
No.
want to do. No, you don't.
That's what we're saying.
You don't get to disagree. If I skip this, it's because I'm lazy.
Imagine this is the end of our beautiful friendship that we just talked about.
just
Fuck
endorsed.
you.
You're an idiot. Wait, no, you're not an idiot. You're beautiful. Never talk
That's
to me
the
again.
that's the clickbait
You.
intro. Is just Leanne screaming "fuck you."
It can be.
Oh wait, I did quote this recently, but I remember one time I was trying to politely ask you to press symbol of hope, and I was like, you guys were laughing and talking about something. I was like, hey, Leanne, and then you guys kept going. I'm like, can you please symbol of hope, like whenever you get a chance? And you're like, oh yeah, by the way, just tell me, Leanne, you fucking bitch, press symbol of hope. You're like, if you need me to press it, just yell, just say it. And I was like, okay. But I was like still like very shy and like I don't want to offend anyone, so I'm like trying to politely, but like literally we're gonna die and I need my obsidian scales
gonna
back
die.
now.
I remember. That was in that dungeon that was awful that everyone hated.
Probably Olderman.
Which one?
Alderman.
Oh yeah.
Alderman.
That's
It
one
was
of those.
Alderman towards the end.
Those
I remember
Olderman
that
bleeds were wild.
because I remember like thinking, oh my god, Narnar is so endearing, and then also like I'm gonna help him like talk to me like I need to be talked to in a key because I just need to be yelled at.
It is funny,
So-
like the difference of like learning or like joining your group and being scared and thinking everyone is like worlds better than you, and then like
Yeah.
watching Leanne like get hit by a frontal one day and being like, the fuck,
they're just like me.
yeah.
Oh,
But,
they're like me for real.
But yeah, I don't know. Not that
Just
you
one.
died all the
Except
time, but like
burrito.
just
I wanna be
thinking
clear.
like
I
things
died all the
happen and
time.
then you notice like, oh yeah, like everyone, does things and it's
Yeah,
not the end of the
except
world.
burrito.
Except burrito.
Except burrito.
Burrito would never. Burrito's
Except
great.
Burrito. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Burrito fucked up from time to time. I remember it was like a big deal when he did though, and we'd be like, "Burrito, you finally fucked
Oh,
up."
You're
he'd be like-
mortal.
Thing. It was
You're
an
like,
event.
oh
yeah,
man,
yeah.
I messed up so bad. You look at the meters, he's like top by like 20% more than the next person. You're like,
Oh, yeah.
hmm.
Yeah, he's like the only person I know who can do that and not be annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I fucked up so bad, and they have like an A plus.
But you believe
on the
him.
exam.
They're like, yeah.
He's also someone that can give you
yeah.
feedback without hurting your feelings. Like,
100%.
like
He's
if
so
I
full of
died and I
love.
had scales, he would be like,
True.
oh, I mean, like you probably just press obsidian scales, huh? And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, yeah, you're right. I do have 2 charges of that, and I am dead on the floor, so you're not
Because
wrong.
he never has hard feelings about any of it. I think that's
No,
the thing
never.
is like that if he is looking down on you, you would never know it. I don't think he does. Like I think he just used the game as a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Except for himself. I think he
Yo,
takes it very
how
seriously for
amazing was
himself.
Burrito in the beginning of the season when we needed to clear delves, and he was like obsessed with carrying
carried.
people through delves? Man, that was
Aw.
good.
He
What a
would
week.
be on his like frost major or whatever, and he'd
Mhm.
just be slowing everything and killing everything, and I'm like running and screaming like I can't hit anything in melee because there's a big circle around everything. How is melee
There's
supposed to do
this,
this? And he's like, oh my god, melee really can't do anything here. Don't worry, I got it.
There's a moment when delves were like impossible for like a day, and I was watching
Oh my God.
Marvel's stream with Burrito, and I was like, let me show up and tank, and we like progged a delve.
We progged. We hard progged. We did not
and then
time
they
that
nerfed it the
delve.
next day. It was a good time though.
It
I'll
was
remember
super
that for a
fun.
while.
It was hilarious. I think all of our friends add something special to the
Agreed. I was just thinking that.
friend group, and
Yep.
Burrito, like his vibes are pristine. Like you can't be
Mhm.
sad when
Immaculate.
Burrito's in a good mood.
Yeah, that's our boy. Protect Burrito.
Absolutely. Yeah, at all costs.
Not that he needs it.
Yeah, he's a very special person. I think you all are. Like, I think everyone in the friend group is.
I think,
And
Frickin'
yeah.
Burrito.
I agree. Everyone contributes something. Very special.
For sure. I'm throwing up the hearts as well. All right, let's wrap it up here. I love you guys.
Okay.
Thank you for
Oh, I
helping
love
out.
you.
Anytime. Anytime you want a.
I can't wait to DM you in 10 minutes and say the whole recording is griefed. No, I'm kidding. It has been recording the whole time.
Okay.
I'm getting
Good.
better.
We could
I would
redo
do
it
it tomorrow.
because her
I
microphone
would
was bad at
literally-
the start.
Oh no.
That's true.
What if
How
it
bad
like
was it?
what if when you switched
was
your
bad.
source it stopped recording your audio? That would be sick.
Oh my
It would not do
God.
that. There's no way. Doesn't
No,
make any
it-
sense.
I don't think it would because we can hear her.
Yeah.
I think it's
right.
that source. So all right, we're good. Officially
Okay.
adios. Ending the stream. We could
I
hang out,
never
but
do
I'm
a
just
peace
pressing
sign.
end.
I hate it. I hate it. Bye.